and the greatest stories, scoops here to the experts report here today on the internet. Today we are joined by probably one of the most requested guests of all time on the H3 podcast, Eric Andre, triple threat musician, stand-up comedian, actor. He's got a lot of really cool projects on the way. He's got a Netflix special out right now called Legalize Everything. And we have a really fun, albeit short, conversation with him coming up a little bit later after the first break. So I very much look forward to that. And today's episode is sponsored by ExpressVPN and, of course, Ela Klein's Teddy Fresh. We had a drop second part of our June collection here, which includes patchwork bucket hats and glorious blue, cream, and red bubble graffiti shirts. What is going on? Bubble graffiti crew necks. We call this a beautiful hoodie because, let's face it, it's what it is. It's a beautiful hoodie. You know, this is a puffy paint shirt that I think is going a little under the radar. Mm-hmm. Because look at the beautiful details on this puffy paint. Look at that. It's just like, it's so puffy, bro. It's a really cool print. Puffy paint.
Thank ya.
Thank ya. And of course, our hearts on my sleeve. You know when you wear your heart on your sleeve? Well, this is the shirt for you. And it actually looks really good on, looks really good on you. So that's it. TeddyFresh.com. Support, rep your nation. All right?
Right, yeah.
Now, today, I am very much connected with all the COVID insanity that's going on. We here in the United States are yesterday being, let's see, because this always comes out a day later now.
Thursday.
Today's the 26th, so on the 25th, we had over 41,000 cases, new cases. That slammed the record. So can we please get a round of applause for America? Number one, baby. We will not be denied the first spot.
I am starting to get worried that we will never be able to leave America or have people come here.
Oh, yeah, Canada's closing their border. Europe's going to close their border, as well they should.
I mean, my mom has been wanting to come here. She was planned to come right as soon as the COVID whole thing hit, so she never came, and she really wants to see Theodore. And I was like, okay, after this craziness goes away, let's make sure you come right away. But now I don't know when is that going to be.
Well, I feel like in America, everyone's just given up to the point where we're like, well, we're just going to have to wait for that vaccine. And I feel like a lot of scientists and people are overly hopeful. They say, oh, we're going to have a vaccine in fall. But just recall, these are the same people who were saying that this would be gone by summer. And now we're in June.
Who was saying that?
Well, Fauci and a lot of health experts, a lot of scientists were saying this is going to be gone by summer.
I guess assuming that people would cooperate.
Yeah, that we would be able to make an effort to...
Yeah, a collective effort.
Yeah. And then, pretty much every state reopened before. CDC puts out guidelines saying you have to do all these things and you have to be on a downward trajectory for 14 days before you can safely reopen. I think there was 3 states that actually followed the CDC guidelines for reopening safely. California wasn't one of them because people needed to, go out. But the problem is people aren't wearing masks. They say that if every single person wore a mask, it would cut the transmission of the virus down so significantly that it would pretty much disable the spread.
It would save a lot of lives.
Of course. A lot of lives, a lot of jobs, a lot of problems, everything. But we have given up. So it's kind of remarkable just watching the daily numbers at this point.
I just feel like this has got to be the most confused country because the prime minister is not wearing a mask.
Our president's not wearing a mask?
The president. Yeah. I'm used to saying prime minister. The president is not wearing a mask, so...
Yeah,
that has to be, that is just such a wrong foundation for everything,
You've got the president. I really have to think that the president not wearing a mask, refusing to wear a mask, touring mask factories and not wearing a mask is going to have to go down as, I mean, he's directly killing people by not doing that. It's, well, indirectly, I guess.
Indirectly, directly.
But like, yeah, I mean, it's just, and he's I don't understand why Trump is so flippant about COVID, because
it's weird.
I feel like it's really going to hurt his reelection.
Really weird. I mean, even in Israel, Bibi's wearing a mask. I don't know.
Everybody's wearing a mask. How does it benefit your country to be flippant about COVID? I don't get it. He's turned it into a political issue so that people can prove their loyalty to Trump by refusing to wear masks, and a lot of people are doing that. You know, so we've given up. I just hope that vaccine does come in November, like everyone's hoping. But I'm afraid. You guys have to understand, the vaccine has never been developed that fast, ever. And obviously, we have a huge global effort to do that. But I do think that is being overly optimistic, but I pray that it's true. And then people go, well, look at the deaths. You know, there's not that many deaths. Only 500 a day. But that's going to start going up, because the deaths always trail the new cases by 2 weeks. Makes sense, right? So we're going to start seeing that go up exponentially as well.
I'm starting to see more and more people that I just kind of like randomly follow on Instagram and stuff saying that they got the virus.
Right. I saw a post on Twitter. She's like, I have autoimmune disease. I've done everything right. I social distance. I wear a mask. I clean everything off. And I got COVID.
Really?
Yeah. And then you've got even people so far as down as Joe Rogan, who like, you know, I respect the man, but he saw, like, Bill Burr had this viral moment when he goofed on Joe Rogan for saying, don't you think wearing a mask makes you a bitch, or something to that effect. And I mean, when you've got the president down to Joe Rogan, who wields a lot of influence.
I mean, Joe Rogan is like the second president.
He's the president. I heard a really funny analogy. They say Joe Rogan is like the Gwyneth Paltrow of bros. He's got like the goop. The on it is his goop.
Joe Brogan.
Yeah, exactly.
Or bro.
And so,
Rogan.
like, you know, and I really take cross with this whole notion that wearing a mask makes you a bitch. You have to understand, wearing a mask doesn't even protect you. It protects other people. What about that is being a bitch?
It's just, I don't know what's so hard to understand. If you wear it, you're protecting others because you can have no symptoms and still carry the virus and still give it to other people. What's so hard to understand? It's like so simple.
I think people think they wear the mask to protect themselves. But
haven't people said it like a million times by now?
Yeah, I've heard it
explaining how it works.
It catches your respiratory droplets. I was listening to somebody talk about it the other day. He says, it was Dr. Fauci. He's a reputable guy. The mask catches 90% of your respiratory droplets. And then you need a certain amount of virus to get infected. And so the amount that it cuts down makes it virtually impossible to transmit the disease unless you're in like a really small room with bad circulation with that person for a while. If you're outside with masks, it's almost impossible to transmit the virus, right? Another thing about the virus is that I learned is that it really doesn't transfer from surfaces. It's all from
people to people.
Yes, exactly. So the whole surface thing, I stopped sanitizing my groceries and stuff because it's like such a fucking schlep.
So tedious.
So it's really all about the respiratory droplets, about the mask.
And washing your hands.
And washing your hands always is great. So it's really happens when you breathe in other people's droplets, mists, whatever, you know. That's why the most dangerous environment is like a small air-conditioned room, much like this one.
Stay away from me.
Because then the air circulates and everybody gets sick. But anyway, how did we get on this? Yeah, it's just incredible. And somehow I'm dumbfounded that the stock market, dude, the stock market is completely uncoupled from reality.
The stock market is like a big troll.
They go, yesterday, they're like, the biggest day, single day of new COVID infections, over 41,000. And the stock market today is up 2%. It's like, who is fucking investing in the stock market on that news? I don't get it.
I don't get it. I don't like it.
I hear a lot of people saying, it's almost like a Bitcoin craze. Everyone thinks they're a day trader now. I've heard several people tell me that they're day traders, unironically. I'm like, dude, everybody's a day trader in a bull market. Just wait till shit hits the fan. We'll see how much of a day trader you are. I don't understand our economy. I don't understand it. It's crazy. Anyway, it's my birthday this week. Thank you, Hila.
It's your birthday.
You treated me very well. I'm
welcome.
35 years old.
Yeah.
35. I'm not like depressed about it, actually. I usually get depressed on my birthday, but I actually wasn't depressed this time.
I think it's because we got little Theodore.
Yeah, Theodore's a great one. I mean, there's a lot of love in our house. I do feel very happy in our home with our doggies and our kid.
So cute.
Yeah, he's such a sweetheart.
We haven't done a Theodore update in a long time, so a little update.
Mm-hmm.
He's obsessed with tractors.
Tractors and trucks and trash trucks.
That's all he says. Tractor. And he kind of whispers it. There's truck.
Yeah.
So cute.
He goes, yeah.
Tractor?
And he thinks anything with wheels is a tractor. And he started pointing and goes, this. So he goes, tractor? This? Anything with wheels. Like, for example, there was a cooler. We were doing a photo shoot, and the cooler had wheels. And he goes, tractor? We're like, well, close. But he's walking now, like fully walking. He's starting to talk. Mm-hmm. He just got his first haircut. He looks so cute.
He loves his books. I got him like a tractor book with all of the different kinds of trucks and tractors. Mm-hmm. And he just loves it. It's so funny.
Oh my God, dude. I had like a heart attack yesterday. He face planted on the tiles, and I got so distraught because he slammed his head on the ground, and you can hear it. It was like, and then he starts crying, and he had blood on his lip and coming out of his nose, and I was like, oh my God. I get so nervous. I was like, he's got brain damage. He broke something. He's never going to be the same. He's got brain damage. He's never going to be the same.
Yeah.
We just ruined his life.
There's so much pressure.
Dude, I felt so distraught.
It really wasn't that bad, though.
No, he was fine. But I was so distraught. I felt so bad for him. But he was totally fine in 5 minutes. But he had blood coming out of his little nose. I mean, that's just
was
fucking horrific.
Yeah.
Anyway, had a good birthday. It was very nice. I'm 35 years old, and I feel okay about it, you know? It's all right. Could be worse. Could be 40. 40 is fucking weird.
Yeah.
40 is going to be weird, dude. That's like, oh, dude.
You one of those people.
I'm dead, bro. You want to what people?
One of those people that are 40. I don't know.
Those?
Like this person, like those people.
Oh, you're one of those people.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. You're an old fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
Anyone over 40 is they're not a cool 90s kid. They're like a piece of shit boomer.
It's like the kid from a different school kind of thing.
I want to be a piece. I already am a piece of shit boomer, let's be honest. Speaking of wearing masks, I love this video. There's a whole new breed of people who refuse to wear masks. I've thought about this, okay? You know how we were all making fun of social justice warriors like 3-4 years ago? I submit to you here today that these people are the new social justice warriors. They have the same energy, the same vibe, and it's just a fucking mask. It's just a mask. Watch this guy. He's willing to throw life and limb at Walmart You gotta watch this shit.
Bro, you gotta wear a mask,
Oh
bro.
my god.
You haven't seen this, Ela?
No.
That's awesome.
Bro, you gotta wear a mask, bro.
It's Walmart, dog. You don't have a fucking God-given right to be in Walmart. Oh, I thought there was more.
I want more.
I think this is a short version.
Bro, you gotta wear a mask, bro.
You moved the mouse from like right where to be there.
He charged. Wait, can you find a longer version? Because he charges in there. Yeah, there was another.
That's an old man.
Oh yeah, no.
You think he would know better?
No, it's his God-given right, Ela, to shop in Walmart without a mask. That's what they think. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of not wearing a mask.
The pursuit of germs.
There was another thing I retweeted, which I'll pull up here. I get off on these kinds of tweets. This to me is my favorite thing right now. She goes, this is on Facebook, of course. Me wearing no mask and going the wrong way down every aisle in Walmart. But see this rude, and I'm just gonna say this and forgive me, bitch.
Unforgiven.
Because this is just a cruel. For either from ignorance or just flippant cruelty. You walking down Walmart aisles without a mask, you are not helping yourself. You are risking the people around you. That old Nana reaching up for Jell-O on the top shelf is going to drop dead because of your dumb fucking ass. Okay? Well, anyway, a couple days later, she writes, as of today, I was informed I tested positive for COVID-19. If I've been in contact with anyone lately, please go get tested. Fuck you, bitch. Right now, my only symptoms are dizzy spells, dry throat, and cough, which I thought were just allergies. Please keep my family in your prayers. I'm not praying for you. As I have
a lot of kids.
I have a lot of kids.
It's a weird way to say it.
How many kids specifically?
Yeah.
Did you forget the number? How many kids? Like it's less words to just say how many kids you have. Just one digit, I'm assuming. Who I am worried about most, especially my 2-month-old. Well, maybe you should have fucking taken it more seriously, dum-dum. Would you pray for her, Ela?
I don't pray.
She asked you to
general.
pray for her. No mask, no prayers. That's my policy.
What about thoughts? Will you think about her?
I just did, I guess. I'll think about her. But bad thoughts.
Is it rude to call a female person a bitch? I feel like it is.
I think so, yeah. But the thing is, like, so here's where
Because what's the equivalent for a guy?
You could call him, I think it's the equivalent is asshole, but not really, because there's a sexist connotation to bitch.
Yeah.
But here's where I draw the line. If you're just like casually referring to a female as a bitch,
Well, that's just
we used to all
the
do
whole-
that. I feel like, and I've stopped doing that, and I catch myself when I do it. But when I'm like, wow, this woman is a real fucking bitch. Like that woman's a fucking bitch. To like flaunt that she's cruising around aisles of Walmart without a mask, proud of it. Like fuck you, bitch. You know what I mean?
Like bitch. That's the campaign.
And I don't like saying bitch, right? I don't like calling women.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
No, I don't like it either. But
I don't like it.
What do you call that? What do you call that?
Psycho. I say psycho all the time lately. I probably need more words in my vocabulary.
Like, dude, if you're gonna call any woman a bitch, it's her. I think.
But there's a lot of guys doing that too.
I mean, if you call a guy a bitch, it's pretty insulting too, because it demasculates them.
I like calling guys a bitch.
Yeah. So then I should be able to call a female a bitch. But like, you have to really, you can't just use that.
Yeah.
Like if I called you a bitch, that's like, ooh.
That's not.
I would never do that.
You can't.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
It's not funny.
Oh, Keemstar has something to say.
Do you
Keemstar's
guys have
on the
an
phone.
opinion on this conversation? I'm curious.
H3 is fucking innocent.
Well, thank you
Okay.
very much, Keemstar. Anyone else? I think everyone agrees with me, right?
What, that it's that you shouldn't
But
call women bitches.
Yeah, but she's a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, lately I find myself going to the more than the bitch.
Oh, well, that's way more insulting.
You know,
I feel like it's almost.
I feel like it's shifting. I don't know because
No,
the rest of the
Because-
English-speaking world is a fairly casual insult.
I gotta stop you. If you call a female the C word, we can't even say that, Dan. You're gonna have to.
Oh.
You're gonna have to bleep that because YouTube demonetizes our whole.
Wow.
That's
YouTube
one of,
is a bunch of.
they Dan. You
Stop
can't
it.
say that. I mean,
I'm gonna
not.
beep that one too.
But here's the thing: you can't even bleep it. You understand? Because if they know what you're saying,
You can't even think it.
yeah. They hold. I learned this first of all from YouTube, and I was like, "What?" But they hold the C word in the same esteem as the N word. They consider it
No.
a hate word.
I may have no idea what I'm saying because it's not my first language, but I kind of find it less offensive in a way. I
It's
don't
not.
know why.
If you call a female the C word, that's the worst.
Well,
thing.
you're
That's way
clearly
worse.
saying it in a hatred tone. Of course, you're like trying to offend anyway, right? But there's something about saying bitch from a guy that kind of comes off in a wrong way for me. It's like kind
If
of.
I was mad at a female and I called her this, I think they're both equally offensive. If you're mad, if you're saying it out of a place of anger, they're both really offensive.
Okay.
Yeah, they're both bad. But for some reason, YouTube was like, ooh, the C word's like the N word for women. I was like, really?
I agree. I think the C word is harsher.
Yeah, the C word is
It is
very hard.
so hard.
The C word is like more funny for some reason.
Yeah.
Well, in
exactly.
England,
Why?
they use it very colloquially.
And Australia, we're
But-
the only ones that take offense to it because Americans, we're Puritan weirdos. I
But
don't
in
know.
England, if
Bunch
you
of C
call
words.
in England, if you call a woman a C word, she probably wouldn't be.
Well, it's
very
not.
happy
I don't
about
think it's even that. It's not that gendered in the rest of the world either. The guys call other guys that all the time too. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't. I don't know. It's a
I
weird
think that's
thing.
my
I don't know why
problem.
it's held in such
I
esteem
think
here.
it's the fact that there's a gender to.
But she was a bitch. Let's be clear. That woman's a bitch.
I think she's a C word.
Oh yeah, I mean she might even go up.
I
to
think
that.
we all think she's a C word, basically.
But if you're saying I can't call her a bitch, then I definitely. If you can call her a C word, then I could definitely call her a bitch.
I guess.
Definitely. You have to listen to what you're saying. I mean, words matter. All right, you're gonna have to do a lot of editing there. Make that work. You know, Ja Rule was in a commercial. Ja Rule is desperate for gigs,
What
I
does
guess.
Ja Rule think about this?
Right. So Ja Rule is desperate for gigs after the Fire Festival. Apparently, I don't know what's the source on this, but they say he was paid in a Ziploc bag of lamb meat.
That's a joke. That's not real.
Are you sure, Dan?
I mean,
well, I guess I can't know
It
for sure.
looks
but-
like that would be the kind of payment
Yeah.
you would
Well,
get
how much
for
more
it.
can he get paid for this?
Well, let's watch it first, and then I'll give you some more context.
Oh, you have context.
I do have some context, but it will take
Oh.
away from the funny. So let's just watch.
Oh no.
It make you wanna slap your mama.
Pop Christo's got the best motherfucking gyros you ever ate in your life. So good, make me want to think to you got to have Peters. Pop Christo Peters.
They got everything. I'ma just give you a rundown of some of my favorites. They got
He doesn't know what tzatziki is.
hold on. Whatever.
I don't know how to say that one.
Yeah, that shit happened.
Agola
Agolomonano soup.
Copper pizza. And they got wine too. I'm telling you, come on down to Papa Christo's. You can't even pronounce the food. It's so goddamn good.
Show them what you working with, Papa. Show them how you do it.
Hey, Papa, hey, where are you? Papa,
This shit I
are you
don't
here?
fucking
Papa,
get.
Papa, Cristo, are you here?
Come on down to
Stuff.
Papa Christo's, 2771 West Boulevard, Pico.
Or
Boulevard
you can
Pico.
call right now and get it delivered. Poppy Christo's. Ooh, make you want to do the dance. Opa!
So what's the context on that one?
So it's
What was that, Ja Rule?
That's not fraud.
Oh, what is
Oh,
it
okay.
then?
I would call that false advertising.
Okay, there's a fair difference.
I hope it's not false advertising. I feel look good. Yeah, it's for a reality show called Celebrity Show Off, where stars compete with each other to create compelling content in order to attract YouTube viewers.
That's way. You're right. That's
why I didn't want to
funny.
tell you before you watched it. Ja Rule said he made the, and then I'll make it even less funny for you. Ja Rule said he made the video with hopes of helping a small business amid the COVID-19 pandemic. So he's trying to. He's
actually doing a good thing, and he's actually being funny here.
Yes, exactly.
I wonder if you guys are getting orders.
I'm sure they do.
So
I think it's in LA. Maybe we should go.
Are you telling me he was not paid in a Ziploc bag?
I do not believe it. I love that guy's tweet, but no, I don't think so.
That food looked bomb as hell.
Well, hold on, though.
This place is in LA. It's on Pico.
Like,
we should go.
If commercials were just like that on TV, that would be way better. So.
Can we order? Do they deliver to this address?
It's a little too far.
It's too far.
Yeah, it's on
Zach,
the
but
it's
hold
on.
on.
The
What
west
did does Ja Rule really believe what he said?
Let's think of how to dig ourselves out of this shit, man.
That doesn't sound good. But does he think that? Was it false advertising though? But they said the food was good, or was it?
That's not fraud.
No.
Okay.
No, it's not.
But is the food good actually?
I would call that false advertising.
That doesn't sound good. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to think about it. All right.
Garbage. It's so good.
Oh, Vin Diesel likes it.
It's so good.
I trust Vin Diesel.
God, you're so beautiful.
That's what Vin Diesel tells the gyro before he takes a bite.
God, you're so beautiful.
This is Vin Diesel seconds before biting into the gyro.
Look how beautiful
Is it
she is.
Euro? Or is it gyro? Did
I
we
don't
go
know.
over that before?
It's probably Euro. This is Vin Diesel after his first bite of Euro.
When did this turn into beautiful world?
This is Keemstar after taking one bite of Euro.
Garbage.
He doesn't like it?
This is him after
the
3
hell, man?
bites of Euro.
Garbage. You really crossed the line.
Anyway, how much time we got?
We're about 28 minutes into the show.
You know, you guys may have heard, it's a big story. Jenna Marbles she's canceled herself. She's leaving YouTube. She's getting a lot of shit from people over the years. And she's just, I guess, made a final apology video and said she's stepping away from her channel in a video called
All right.
A
so
Message.
I get it.
It's been the talk of the town, really.
I think it's been really hard for everyone to watch the video and to see her be so hard on
At
herself.
all. The first two things that I would like to address is the fact that there are people that were offended that I did blackface as Nicki Minaj in 2011, and I'll show you the clip. It's incredibly cringy and embarrassing. This is private. It has been private for quite some time, but it looks like this.
Nicki Minaj likes me, and then there's Roman, who's very.
You know, look, I'm not the person who say what blackface is okay and not. But I do wonder if there's a difference. Like Jimmy Kimmel recently got in trouble. Jimmy Kimmel, Carl Malone. I don't know if he got in trouble. People are trying to expose him for doing blackface. And then there was the Man Show, and he used to do bits where he would like black body. But he used to always do these bits about Carl Malone because he's such a character.
Phoning home like E.T. Carl Malone read on TV about white people getting deducted by aliens, sticking all.
So I don't know. I don't know if the times just changed up on us. I guess you wouldn't do that today.
Well, the times have definitely changed.
Yeah.
No one is doing this.
But I think
today.
it's kind of, you can't really go back in time this far and then like apply today's standards. Like, think about this. This was on Comedy Central. Like, they have censors and standards and practices, and the people who run that department saw this, who are the Eagles. They fucking nick everything in the ass, right? They don't let anything slip by. And they saw this and thought that was okay. I'm not saying it's okay now, but at the time, the people who were paid to be super critical of anything that could be controversial greenlit this sketch. And I think that just goes to show that you can't go back in time. Like, God, when was this show even? I mean, fucking 20 years ago, probably, right?
Yeah, Man Show was like late 90s.
I think it's definitely opening an interesting conversation to what should still live out there though? Because with YouTube, the weird thing is that it's always available for you to watch. But she did private those old videos.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I've done and said really cringy shit in my early career that I've privated. You know, I think everybody has.
I feel like everyone is, like, the society as a whole is growing over the years and understanding what's okay and what's not okay. And these are just like these are just little pieces of part of what was okay at that time, but it's also kind of like a reminder that how things have changed. Like you would never see this today.
No. But to me, it's clear that he's not, like, when you say blackface, you're what the original blackface is when white people would play black people and color their face black because black people weren't accepted to play themselves in theater because people were so racist. But, like, when I look at what he's doing here, I don't see a dude who's really doing that. I think he's doing an impression, but again, I'm not the person to say if this is okay or not, you know. I can see why people would be... I mean, he doesn't... Well, could he do it? I don't know. I frankly, I don't know. I'm conflicted on it, I guess. But anyway.
This whole thing, like, is he wearing, like, a whole rubber suit? Like, he looks fucking crazy.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's...
like,
yeah,
it's, like, so beyond blackface even. It's, like, what?
It's black body.
Look at his
It's just-
arms.
he's committed to the... to the bit.
Is it like a whole rubber suit? Because, like, look at how buff his arms are. I don't think... Jim
Yeah, it could
Kimmel
be.
would
You're
like
right.
that.
It could be at his neck.
Right.
102% to keeping them little green man off this here earth. Because the day them dudes stick something up...
You used to watch the show?
Yeah.
I never liked it, even as a kid.
I did. I liked it. It was stupid. I like that one kid. They had, like, this one kid they would tell what to do on the street. It was the funniest shit.
Yeah.
Like, this 12-year-old kid with the earpiece in, and he would, like, hit.
Oh, they would, like, feed him lines
So
or whatever?
funny,
Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
I liked it, but hey, whatever.
Yeah.
So this is kind of what's happening to Jenna, even though she already...
She had privated that video years ago, though, right? Like, this isn't in reaction
And
to...
it's from 2011. I think she's being so hard on herself, but I understand people keep bringing it up and bringing it up. It's like, what can you do, you know? But I think all of us who have been on the internet that long, who has not among us over a 10-year career on YouTube done or said something that by today's standard will look horrible? Nobody. I mean, nobody. Except Keemstar. He's the one person with clean hands. He has never said or done anything offensive.
Garbage.
But I just, you know.
It's a really tough conversation. She's being super responsible, and she clearly wants to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's really, really good of her. But I do think it seems like she's too harsh on herself. All of her new content
For years.
Nothing like that old stuff.
I have to say that I've always had a lot of respect for Jenna because for the past several years, she's been making content that at the expense of nobody, which is kind of an outlier on YouTube, right? The trend on YouTube for the past several years is like talking about this person. And she's actually out there doing original content, and so I've always thought, like, hey, that's really cool that she's doing that. Here's another one from her past that I guess people will keep bringing up.
The next thing that I want to address. Okay, this is also from 2011. A bad year for me in judgment, apparently.
Same year.
This
9
video
years
is
ago.
called Bounce That Dick. This has also been made private. I don't want to offend anyone. I'm not interested in it. I'm not interested in making anyone feel bad, in case you haven't noticed. Here's the clip. I will play it for you. Here, hold on, let me remind you.
Sorry, that was racist. I'm bad at rap songs.
So as you can see, I said, hey, ching chong wing wong, shake your King Kong ding dong. Sorry, that was racist. I'm bad at rap songs.
I mean, it's just a goof, you know?
Yeah, I understand her
Obviously, you
She
wouldn't do that
doesn't
today.
want to be a part of something that might insult someone.
Also, I
you
guess
know?
she doesn't want people to look at that and then think oh, I can do that today.
Yeah.
She used to make videos slut shaming girls, she says, for sleeping around. Videos about what girls do, what guys do. She says she doesn't like gender identity jokes. Yada yada yada. She's being very responsible. She's very on herself. I think she's a great person. I think she makes great content. I have a lot of respect for her, and I'm very sad that she's being so hard on herself, and that there's these little fucking trolls on the internet too. And I have to tell you, the people who bring this shit up repeatedly over and over again are the same. These people don't care about being offended by it. They really. I feel like the people who bring this up are just trying to make a point like, you're a fucking hypocrite because you did this 10 years ago, and so now you can never address this.
I feel like it's a shame because there are real movements right now that are happening for good reasons that should be happening and changes that are good. And then there's like the extreme like this where, I don't know, like, yeah, those videos were wrong and she already knew that and she already privated them.
Mm-hmm.
And she already has moved on from this content. She doesn't make this today.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she's allowed to grow.
She's clearly made a meaningful change in her life. Like, there's no resemblance of that old content for several years going.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to give someone the benefit of the doubt at a certain point. But like I said, the people who, anyway, I don't want to get, there's this, next week I have a lot more to talk about. But anyway, I give my thoughts and my prayers go out to Jenna Marbles, who's great, and I wish her all the best.
Me too.
And with that being said, let's throw it to a quick break. And when we come back, we will interview the great Eric Andre to celebrate the release of his new comedy special on Netflix called Legalize Everything. It's a short interview. He was limited on time today, but we make the best of it. So let's see you guys in a little bit, and we'll see you there. I know most of you are probably thinking, why don't you use incognito mode? Well, let me tell you something. Incognito mode does not hide your activity. It doesn't matter what mode you use or how many times you clear your browser history. Your internet service provider can see every single disgusting, raunchy, fucked up, filthy, rotten thing you've done, you sick fuck. That's why even when I'm at home, I never go online without using ExpressVPN. It doesn't matter if you get your internet from Verizon or Comcast. ISPs in the U.S. can legally sell your information to ad companies. Whoa, I didn't know that. That's crazy. ExpressVPN is an app that reroutes your internet connection through their secure service so that your ISP can't see the sites you visit. ExpressVPN also keeps all your information secure by encrypting 100% of your data with the most powerful encryption available. Most of the time, I don't even realize I have ExpressVPN turned on. It runs seamlessly in the background, and it's just so easy to use. All you have to do is tap one button, and boom, you are protected. ExpressVPN is available on all your devices, phones, computers, and even your smart TV, so there is no excuse for you not to be using it. Protect your online activity today with the VPN rated #1 by CNET and Wired. Visit our exclusive link at expressvpn.com/H3, and you get an extra 3 months for free with a 1-year package. That's expressvpn.com/H3. expressvpn.com/H3 to learn more. Welcome, everybody. Eric Andre here to celebrate, among many other things, Legalize Everything, available right frickin' now on Netflix. And I congratulate you on an excellent and a really fun stand-up.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Is this your first? This is your first. I didn't even know you did stand-up, to be quite frank. So I was very impressed.
I did it. I've done it longer than anything else. I've been doing it 17 years. This is my first special. Yeah.
Well, you were. I thought it was fantastic and prophetic as well.
I know we filmed it in October, and it's somehow more relevant now than when we taped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You have a bit where you are making fun of the show Cops, which is now canceled.
Yes, and we released the clip, I think, the day or day after it was canceled. So,
how do you feel about that? Do you feel that
that's perfect timing? I mean, the timing is impeccable.
I feel like Cops maybe is a show that shouldn't probably have ever existed. Now that I'm thinking about it,
yeah, probably not.
Just glorifying cops, like
yeah, but in the 80s and 90s, I did watch it as a kid.
I did too. Yeah,
I was glued to it. It was fascinating, but it is fascistic.
So you have released a special at a time when people were allowed to gather. It's hard to miss the fact that there's people gathered. You just barely hit that COVID. You came right before COVID. No, I'm not articulating myself.
That's where you're wrong. We filmed it a week ago. Everyone got the yeah, we filmed in October. I couldn't have predicted a global pandemic, but yeah, it's just blind luck.
You were the last one to make a special.
The last special. It is the final special.
So what's your life post-COVID? What is Eric
post-COVID? COVID ain't over, brother. Post-COVID.
I mean, COVID is here, but what's your life like now?
COVID's here to stay. I'm going a little stir crazy, but getting shit accomplished. I was drinking a lot in the beginning. I had to take a month off of drinking. A little too much self-medicating. Do I have any bats in the cave? Any boogers?
Let's see closer. No, you look good. No. You look beautifully. Do you trim your nose hairs? I don't see any.
No.
Wow, you are blessed.
I'm hashtag blessed.
Yeah. See, if I give you that similar view, you would not be. It would not be pretty.
Both of your eye lines are so like. What are you guys looking at right now?
I'm looking at here. How's this? I should look at the camera.
Yeah, I should look at that.
Makes sense to me. You guys are like this all the time. Like, hey, how's your COVID going?
So for
the
we have a television where we can see you. But
you're watching Cops.
I'm watching Cops. Yeah, I'm not really paying attention to you.
Popcorn.
I'm gonna look at the camera.
Yes.
So yesterday
You don't have to. I'm just roasting you. You can look at whatever your heart desires. It just is.
I'm gonna look at Elo.
So what's going on? How are you? We've missed you.
I will spare you that. We had yesterday 41,000 new cases of COVID, so we are number one. Congratulations.
USA.
I think it's worth celebrating.
USA.
And we also had 2,500 deaths yesterday, too, which I want to... my only regret is that if we would have stopped testing earlier, we could have saved those poor lives.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks right now. Did you have gray hair before? You got a salt and pepper. You got a silver fox thing going on now.
Yeah, no, it's the COVID.
Oh, it's coursing through your veins.
Yeah, yeah. I've always.
I like it. You look mature.
Well, thank you. What do you say?
And you match, and you match your shirt.
Well, thank you very much. Actually, I individually dye specific hairs to match the ensemble that I am wearing for the day.
That's what I figured.
Yeah. Have you seen this? I can't show this to you, but I'll describe it to you. It's the most incredible thing I've ever seen. You can't spell American Dream without Eric Andre in the middle.
Goddamn right. My parents planned that. They're very patriotic. That's just total happenstance.
When's the first time you realized that? I mean, that's incredible. I saw that on Twitter the other day.
Like 4 or 5 years ago, yeah.
It's the best thing ever. It's right there in the middle. So there you go. What are we going to do? We're going to legalize everything? Is that the issue today?
Yeah, fuck it. YOLO. Anarchy in the streets, dude.
But I think there's something to that. I think we do need to legalize all the drugs.
I mean, legalize everything is tongue-in-cheek, right? I don't mean legalize murder.
No, not murder, but yeah.
Legalize all non-violent, consensual adult activities.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Things that bring adults joy in moderation and used responsibly and not abused should be legal, and making them illegal doesn't make the demand for them go away.
No,
it just pushes them to the underground where they are put in the hands of violent people. So yeah, that's more the gist of it.
You have wonderful anecdotes about prostitutes, LSD, And everything else, really. MDMA, cocaine. I think we should legalize all of it. And I'd
Let's do it.
I'd like to do all of it with you.
Okay, sounds good. We'll go halvesies. I'll Venmo you.
Sounds great. So what else is going on? You've accomplished the stand-up. We've got Eric Andre coming up. The new season is this year. It was been released. Is that right?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Eric Andre, season 5 coming out this year. We got my movie coming out on Netflix this year. Very exciting stuff.
The movie, by the way, which I've been looking forward to. I can't watch it anywhere, right? I was trying to find it because
It's not out yet.
Oh, because it said
it was going to come out in April, and then COVID happened. It was going to be released theatrically in April. We're going to premiere at South by Southwest, released theatrically, then COVID hit, and it all came crashing down. But then Netflix saw it, and they loved it.
Thank
and they
God.
bought it, so it's going to be on Netflix, and they're the best place to be.
So you got a Netflix deal. You got? Did they buy your soul? Because they got the stand-up.
I hope so. My soul's for sale.
Absolutely.
I want to continue being in the Netflix business. So.
That's great. That's a great place to have your movie. I can't wait to watch it. It looks like, because I saw the trailer and it said it came out in April or something. I was like, why the fuck haven't I heard of this?
No, it was supposed to be released theatrically, but they ain't no more movie theaters left.
Yeah.
So, or they're not open, or some of them weren't open, or you got to sit 6 feet from your grandpa at the movie theater. It's all it's complex.
So the movie is kind of like a bad grandpa-esque.
You mind if I eat some tacos?
Go for it. Do your thing.
Is that okay? My girlfriend just microwaved me leftover tacos.
Oh, you microwave your leftovers or tacos? Do you not like to eat them cold?
We're getting a little house tour.
Can we see your girlfriend?
Well, she's very shy. Do you want to be on camera, babe? No, that's
that's a hard no.
Oh, thank you.
Well, let's see the tacos.
She's behind the scenes.
Well, can we peep the tacos at least?
The tacos, yeah. She's like running away from the camera. But I'm holding her hostage. It's an Ariel Castro situation.
Stockholm syndrome. So tell me about the movie, because it looks fantastic. So
yes, it is. It is a Bad Grandpa kind of thing. It's a narrative hidden camera. We made it with the guy that directed Bad Grandpa and all the Jackass movies, Jeff Tremaine.
Dude,
he co-created Jackass. So he was our mentor, our shepherd through the project, and it is a narrative hidden camera prank movie. So every single scene is a hidden camera prank, but it pushes the story forward, a la Borat, Bruno, Bad Grandpa kind of thing. It's the next one.
Amazing.
I always wonder, I was watching the trailer, and sometimes you do things that might provoke a response from people that don't know, a violent response from people that don't know you're pranking them. Does that ever happen?
We got a knife pulled out on us day one of shooting, and
There you
Rel
go.
quit the movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
But because we did a prank. You know, we don't fake any reactions. It's all real reactions, all hidden camera. We did a prank where me and Rel, our characters, get their penises stuck in a Chinese finger trap. And we're running all over town with our dicks in a Chinese finger trap, begging people to help, pull us out of this thing. We're in pain, we're in agony. We went to the hood.
was it your real cock, or was it a stunt cock?
It was a stunt cock. It was this like prosthetic cock, so that we were able to stretch it like way far, way back and forth. Yeah. So our cocks are stuck in this thing, but they look hyper realistic. So our cocks are stuck in this thing. We're stretching them back and forth. We're begging people to get us out, cut us out. We're in agony. We went to the hood. We went into this like hood ass barbershop. This dude saw our dick stuck in a Chinese finger trap. We begged him. We're like, "Excuse me, Mr. Barber, can we borrow your scissors?" And he like went red. He was like, "Oh hell no!" And he went and he looked for his gun. He couldn't find his gun. He grabbed a knife and started chasing us out. And we could barely run in this thing. We're in this like cod piece joined at the cock, and we're running for our lives. This guy's chasing us with a knife. The dick snapped. Rel like rolls on the ground like under a parked car. I run for my life. Security jumps out. My safe word is popcorn. So I'm like, I'm trying to yell popcorn at security, but I had so much adrenaline, I just started saying the word goosebumps for no reason. So I'm like, goosebumps, goosebumps, goosebumps. My fake dick is hanging out. Goosebumps, goosebumps. The security's like, goosebumps. And I'm like, popcorn. Security jumps, grabs the guy. We're like, it's a hidden camera prank. We reveal the cameras, and then he looks around, and we're asking him to sign a release form.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Oh man, y'all are hilarious. When's this shit come out?"
That's awesome.
Crazy.
And then he was like, "I want to do these pranks in this neighborhood." And then Rel was like, "I want to quit. I have kids. I don't want to risk my life for this fucking movie." He really does. he calls Tiffany Haddish because they're good friends. He's like, Eric Andre's gonna get me killed in his new movie. This guy pulled a weapon on us. Like, he's like, he's verklempt, and she's dying laughing. She called me later that day, and we just had the woman that played Rel's sister just dropped out. She couldn't do the movie, so we had an opening in our cast. Tiffany called me later that night, and she goes, yo, you almost got Rel killed filming your movie? And I was like, yeah, I felt embarrassed. And she goes, yo, I want to be in your movie. That sounds awesome. I love doing this prank shit. I was like, what? Sure, movie star Tiffany Haddish, you got the job. So that's kind of like, although we almost died, it got us Tiffany Haddish to play in the movie.
I'm surprised that his impulse wasn't to help you guys, but to kill two poor men with their penises stuck. And
well, we look like eccentric German porn stars, like, well, check out our worldly delights, extravagant peni, and this guy is like, I've seen too much shit and I've come too far for this.
Well, let's see what you got. What are we eating here? Oh yeah. What kind of protein you got on there?
Mule semen, no chicken.
It was hard to tell. It's very saucy. So Bernie, you are a starch Bernie supporter, which all of us here raise our.
You say starch Bernie supporter?
Staunch.
I like starch.
Yeah, I misspoke.
Like potatoes.
Yes.
Some pasta.
Yeah. How are we feeling about Joe Biden? Are we liking Joe Biden? Sloppy Joe?
If my only choice is Biden versus Trump,
yeah,
then I gotta go with Sloppy Joe.
Yeah, sloppy old Joe.
You just gotta push Grandpa Joe through the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I don't know about you, but I'm tired of all these old motherfuckers running. Because Trump is old as fuck too. How old is he? He's like 75.
Yeah, he's decrepit. It's rumored he wears Depends. He wears lips because he feels short. He spray tans. He has a comb over. The guy's like, actually, if you saw what he really looked like, just fat,
right,
pasty, bald,
yeah,
lopsided legs. You can see like the decrepit old man that he is. Not to be ageist, but he's falling apart. And he eats like KFC and drinks like 12 Diet Cokes a day.
Yeah, I wonder how that's. Sometimes I'll drink 2 Diet Cokes and I feel like I'm dying. Like it's incredible to drink that many Diet Cokes. So I almost am impressed by that. Yeah. But I wonder, what is the real reason Trump doesn't wear a mask? People say it's a political ploy. I think he just doesn't want to. I swear to God, I think he has a spray tan or makeup that he doesn't want to rub off his face.
Might be a couple of those things.
Did you march with Black Lives Matter?
Went to a couple of marches, yeah.
Were people wearing masks? I feel like whenever I saw.
Yeah. Not only wearing masks, but there's a guy that had like a giant economy Costco thing of hand sanitizer, and he was like,
"That's what's up."
Passing it out to all the people. Like, I got hand sanitizer. People were passing out bottled water.
That's nice.
It was really like you saw like a sense of community and unity that I haven't really experienced my whole life. It was a very diverse crowd, all millennial, like very youth oriented. I was like very proud of my generation.
Yeah.
It was really cool to see, and there's real change being made. It's like, actually, I'm hoping that we're like at a tipping point where we're about to steer the ship like back on course against hatred and white nationalism and bigotry.
I feel that too. I almost thought we were hopeless for a minute, but I was really impressed by the turnout. I feel like if there was no COVID, the turnout would have been like even crazier,
No, I actually think that quarantining made people so stir crazy, and people can't work right now, so they can focus on civil rights issues, and they're dying to get out of their house and be part of community. I think it actually weirdly helped. Weird silver lining. Yeah.
Because I noticed there's this new thing in the media now as COVID is surging out of control, that now it's the whole fault is just the protesters and not Florida that never shut down. And people have been like chilling in malls and hookah shops.
Yeah, I think any politician will take any situation and use it for their political advantage.
What the fuck else is good, dude?
Not much, man. I took a month off of drinking, but I'm going to drink this weekend. I'm making cocktails.
What are you drinking?
I'm going to make a hurricane. I'm going to make a pina colada. I'm a rum guy. So,
damn, you're planning ahead.
I'm going to make I got a couple new cocktail cookbooks. some really kind of fancier, more exotic stuff, some tiki stuff, some tequila.
We
You know,
celebrating?
my secret ingredient in cocktails: crush up a little Vicodin, put it at the bottom.
Oh no, dude.
That makes that cocktail 2 for 1. You know what I mean?
That can't taste good.
No, I'm just kidding. I put cocaine on my gums. But celebrating just the release of the special.
Yeah.
Celebrating the summer. I got a new jacuzzi, so I'm gonna hop in the coos, drink some frosted drinks. I'm making frozen palomas. I got a blender. Get a can of squirt, 2-ounce tequila, 3/4 ounce lime juice, maybe a little essence of grapefruit, but you get that from the squirt. Put it in a blender with pebble ice. Frozen palomas all weekend. Really easy to make. Delicious. 4-ounce squirt, 2-ounce tequila, 3/4 ounce.
Zach, write that down. Yeah, we'll drink with you
Blender, and
instead.
then but break up your ice. Make your ice small before you put it in the blender, so you get that perfect slushy consistency. Don't put in big cubes. If you put in big cubes, it's gonna not be have a good consistency. You want that like slushy consistency.
Right. Zach, you writing all this?
Yes.
Good.
If you don't want to do it with squirt, if you want a little bit healthier options, you could do 1 1/4 ounce grapefruit juice, 3/4 lime, 2-ounce tequila, slap some basil, put in some basil and muddle it. Put in agave, 3/4 ounce agave, muddle it, and shake that up. And then put a little Topo Chico or like a club soda or Miragua. Put that on top, so you get that sparkly that you got from the squirt. If you don't want to do soda, you want to do a little bit healthier.
Well, congratulations. I can see you're very much looking forward to getting the sauce on your lips.
I am salivating on that.
Yeah. You're also, interestingly, Jewish. You refer to yourself as a Jewish black man.
No, that was
bluish.
Oh, bluish. Wait, what's Jewish?
Cashew.
Oh, a cashew. So you're bluish. Do you feel that you are almost the perfect enemy of the Klan? I feel like the Klan, you are enemy number one. You've got all the things they dislike.
Oh yeah.
Do you feel more discriminate? Do you feel more hated as a black man or a Jewish man?
Well, I think like none of the Klan's hatred for me can outmatch my self-loathing for myself. So
Right.
they're like here the way my hatred for my own self is. I'm like, oh, that's child's play, guys.
Right,
Check this
sure.
out.
Yeah.
Talk to my therapist for 20 minutes.
Oh, you got a show on Quibi. Is that right?
Yeah, but we can't film it because of quarantine.
So you kind of have a show on Quibi.
Quibi.
That's a kind of
I like that you say Quibi, you say starch, you're like Dr. Seuss. You take liberties with the language in a way I've never seen before. I really like it.
Quibi. Well, to be frank, nobody really knows what Quibi is. So
nobody knows what starch is, but we're eating it.
Yeah, we know it. Yeah, that's true. Quibi or Quibi? Quibi. What's the deal with? What is the deal with Quibi? Do you find this whole thing kind of strange? I mean, we've been talking about it. Apparently, they've spent $500 million on advertising, and I still don't know who they are, what it is.
Well, they launched in a tough time. They launched right when quarantine started.
Isn't that good though for a streaming service?
Yeah, but they were only streaming on iPhones, and they were meant to be watched while you travel, and while you're traveling to work, because it's like all quick bites. It's like 5-minute, 10-minute shows, but nobody's traveling to work. Nobody's on the bus or the subway. So. It's a grind. Everybody that's putting out projects or had stuff like that was coming out right now is struggling and having to readjust.
Touring is probably not going to happen for a while.
Yeah, I'm glad I got all my touring out of my system last year. I was going to tour Eric Andre show live at the end of this year, but I think I have to wait till next year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who knows at this point?
Yeah, I don't know. I really.
Dude, we are on fire. The USA is crushing it on COVID. I look forward to the numbers every day. At this point, it's just kind of like a morbid fascination because it's exponential now, and we are killing it.
You know
here.
what? Japan didn't shut down, and they have little to no COVID. They're
Yeah.
just like way more hygienic than us, and they wear masks.
That's it. You just
And
have to wear.
They don't shake hands. They bow.
Yeah.
Just have to wear masks. Be smart. Be hygienic, and no more handshakes. Handshakes are over.
Every time we leave the house, I still see people without a mask.
Lots.
Like all the time.
Yeah.
Well,
it's a cultural thing. Really highlighted the culture of each country. Like U.S., Mexico, and Brazil are like, fuck it, I don't need no mask.
Right.
And then the president of Brazil got COVID and he was in the ICU. Mexico, it's rampant in Mexico. It's rampant in the United States. The United States, we're a cowboy culture. So we're like, yeah, fuck you. You ain't going to tell me to wear a mask. But Japan is like, we're obedient. We're hygienic.
Right.
But we got to go to work. We're going to continue. They didn't shut down their businesses. They didn't shut down their economy. Their economy's fine, and their COVID numbers are fine. Australia is doing well too, but Australia has the benefit of being remote and underpopulated. Same with New Zealand. But they're also just cleaner than us. There's like I've traveled to those countries. There's not like pollution and garbage everywhere. We're like scumbags.
That's true.
We're like done with these hot Cheetos. I see, so I don't know.
But you do seem very politically active. What is some things that you are most passionate about? The things we need to change here in this America.
I think the number one thing is global warming, because if you cook the earth, we're all going to die. Then no political opinion matters.
Yeah.
If there's no vegetation, if there's no vegetables and no animals, there's no food, and then we die.
How do we fix that? I think we just need our old politicians to die because they just don't care about it.
Yeah, there's.
Well, COVID is helping out with that.
Factory farms and fossil fuel.
Maybe COVID's a good thing.
Killing everybody off.
Kill all the old people.
Yeah, really, all of humanity should probably die, and we just give the planet back to the animals.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
You are the creator of Prostate Karaoke, are you not?
I am the creator. I'm glad I am finally recognized.
Yes, I'm a fan of Howard Stern, and I have to applaud you for being the genesis of some of the best sound bites on that show.
Thank you very much, and they were very, very sweet to me. Shout out to the whole Howard Stern casting crew.
Benji screaming in terror when he gets fingers up his ass is truly.
Yeah, he's
truly
he's an emotional guy. It's very dramatic.
How old are you? Are you getting routine prostate checks yet, or is that's not yet?
That was the first one. He said my prostate was very healthy, but I'm under 40. I guess once I'm 40, I should start.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid my prostate probably has a little growth because when I pee, I get a lot of dribble. Sometimes I have to push a bit.
Blood comes out.
Blood does come out of the.
The one time I got my prostate checked. And I looked, I felt it go in. I looked behind me, and both of the doctor's hands were in the air.
Wow, that was it in a doctor's room, or was it somewhere else?
It was in an alleyway.
Yeah, that explains that. Yeah, for sure.
It was in an alleyway. I was in Moscow, and quite a ride.
You show your dick a lot. How does that get? How's the penis?
What a transition!
Yeah.
What a transition!
What's the philosophy between the penis with the penis flashing?
What's the philosophy of the pina colada? I did not flash my penis. I flashed my mangina. There is a difference. I did the Buffalo Bill.
Right, that's true. On the comedy special, you did flash your mangina.
Don't get it twisted, kid.
Is it? Can you just show people your penis during a performance, or is that? Do you need like consent?
No, I'm actually in a lot of legal trouble right now, and this is my last interview before I go to jail.
Go. I'm sorry to hear that.
No, you actually can. You can have nudity if it's part of a performance. This is a conversation we get into with my lawyer a lot of times for Eric Andre's show. But that's why you could do nude scenes in movies, nude scenes in plays.
Right, that makes sense. Is the mangina considered nudity?
I don't know. It's like it's like
Probably.
if someone does a mangina in the forest, does it make a sound? It's like one of those questions.
Does it make a smell? I feel like the mangina
Does it make a
has-
smell?
Yeah.
Does it have any starch?
Right. Yes to both, I would imagine. Man, it's been a while since I manginaed. Ela, have you ever seen a mangina in person?
No, I've only seen Eric Andre's.
That's the first mangina you've seen? Wow, I'm kind of bitter about that, Eric. You kind of... This is my wife that you gave her first mangina.
You showed my wife on her birthday your mangina.
Right.
And
I am suing you. I am suing the school system. I am suing the teachers. I am suing the principal.
Ela, what was your reaction to a mangina?
I was impressed.
Impressed by the pubes?
By the logistics, I guess.
I could do that. Why are you impressed by that? Wait, hold on.
Obrigado.
Hold on. I can do that.
I guess it doesn't seem like it would be so easy to do.
You just jam it back there and slam, right, Eric?
But you did it so fast.
Jam and slam. I got a lot of experience. I'm the quickest draw in the West. I'm like the Clint Eastwood of manginas.
Well, that's something that all boys do, if you didn't know, Ela.
not
Every
know
boy at a certain age realized he could tuck his dick and balls back and have a vagina for a minute.
Yeah, my dad was like, why do you always do this thing? Why don't you show them your real penis so they know you're a man? I go, Dad, that's a crazy thing to say. I was like, I'm crazy, but you loco, essay.
There's really not a female version of a mangina, unfortunately.
No, there's the pussiness.
Describe that.
You just gotta beef up your labias at the
Oh,
gym.
fuck, dude. Stretch them out, form them.
Stretch them.
Tape them together.
Was the next season already shot of Eric Andre?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah, we finished shooting right before quarantine.
Oh, you have good quarantine luck.
What is your accent? Where are you from? I know
Israel.
you hate that question.
Israel.
La Dorvador. From generation, it means from generation to generation in Hebrew. Surprised you didn't know that.
It's not really anything anyone would say.
Are you from Israel? Because your Hebrew is questionable.
Wait, how do you say it in Hebrew? What he said, generation to generation.
Something like that.
Say it.
La Dorvador.
It sounds like you're speaking Spanish.
Yeah,
La Dorvador.
Say it, Ela.
Door le door.
Door le door.
Something like that.
La Dorvador.
I think the la is throwing us off. I don't think that's a Hebrew word.
I did a show in Tel Aviv a year and a half ago. It was like one of the best shows I did ever.
Really?
It was awesome.
That's
The crowd was
awesome.
so hype.
Did you like Tel Aviv?
I like Tel Aviv, yeah.
Tel Aviv's awesome.
But
And the
it
people
was,
there.
I was there for Passover
Mm-hmm.
before last. But the promoter was great. The venue was great. I ate amazing food. I had the best hummus of my entire life.
Yeah, the hummus.
Yeah.
I got really good records. I got really good, like, old 70s.
You heard of Kaveret?
Funk. What?
Kaveret?
Kaveret.
What's that?
Oh, this is like the famous Israeli old 70s funk band.
Oh, let me look it up.
Really
Spell
good.
it. Spell it.
Like Caveret.
I think it's a K.
Kaveret.
Maybe K.
Israel.
It's fucking awesome. They call them the Israeli Beatles. This is how famous they were in Israel. They did their last show in Israel. They did a free show.
Kaveret?
With K.
Yeah, with a K.
Oh, with a K.
Kaveret.
Ah, found him. Kaveret.
So they did their last show in Israel. Bye. I can see you in the reflection of the window.
I see you in the reflection, babe.
Would you see a ghost?
I do. I swear to God,
she
you walked
goes,
out the front door.
He goes, you just walked out the front door.
We can edit. We can blur her in the window.
Blur her. She did not sign the release. Kaveret.
Yeah.
So they were such a big deal in Israel. They called them the Israeli Beatles. That when they played their last show, there was 1 million people there. In Israel, of Greater Israel, if you like take out the West Bank and stuff, there's a population of 5 million. So you have almost a quarter of the population at their concert. They say the streets were empty in Tel Aviv.
Wow. Cool.
They're cool.
Wow.
I love them, and one of the main singers is also a comedian, so they got this like goofy vibe.
Epic.
What are some of the guests that you have on the new season? Can you tell?
Yeah, I can tell. Gosh, I'm drawing a blank. I got Grimes, I got Lil Yachty, I got Toro y Moi, I got a lot of rappers, Freddie Gibbs, Trippie Redd, I got Lizzo's on, Anderson .Paak is on, Weird Al Yankovic, Joey Badass, Machine Gun Kelly,
a lot.
A lot. We got a lot of good people on. Lakeith Stanfield. Gosh,
can you share with me? I love your interviewing techniques, and I don't know how many people are familiar with it. You have a very particular way of interviewing people. You turn up the heat as much as possible.
Well, we just don't run the air conditioning, so it gets very, very hot.
Yeah, and I'm sure it does get very hot with all the lights. Your goal is to make the interviewee as uncomfortable as possible. Is that right?
Well, not uncomfortable. We're just trying to make like a absurdist, bizarre talk show and get like a reaction out of people. You know, what makes the show interesting? You're watching real celebrities cope with my nonsense, and they don't know who the fuck I am. So I just go to the moon. I take them to the moon.
Is that true though? I feel like people know who you are at this point. Maybe in the first. I think in the first.
We purposely like seek out celebs that not only don't even know me, but wouldn't really watch Adult Swim. It was definitely harder this year, but we have some tactics. we have some secret operations we do to make them not know too much. But even if they know me or they have seen the show, they don't know the gags that are coming.
Right.
You know, when cockroaches start flying out of the curtains, you know, anyone's gonna have a reaction.
Yeah, most definitely. How are those tacos hitting?
Tacos are good. I want to eat some fruits and veggies.
I've been being real bad. It's my birthday. It's been my birthday week, and
happy birthday!
Thank you very much. But
it's hard to eat healthy in a quarantine.
Yeah, it is. You know what? In the quarantine, you know what's an interesting phenomenon I've noticed? That I've become lazier and more horrid, just reprehensible, just eating disgusting shit, not exercising. I'm stuck at home. I've got more time, but I'm becoming more lazy. I have less energy.
She's like, yeah, I've noticed.
Yeah, she has, for sure.
Yeah, you know, I got fat for the first 2 months. I was drinking every night and just being a garbage bag. And then a month ago, after my girlfriend's birthday, she was like, we shook hands. We're like, no booze for a month. And then I just started like exercising, eating healthy. I'm like trying to get back on track. It's all going to come crashing down this weekend, but I'm going to get back on track. I'm trying to like not have a dad bod.
You know what's bad when the girl in your life is like, dude, you got to get your shit together, because
but she kept drinking.
Oh, she did.
She's like, you got to get your shit together. You got to stop drinking. And then she's like, glug 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 glug. But she does not have a dad bod. I have the dad bod.
What do you do for exercise?
Jump rope, jog, lift weights. Yeah.
Jump rope. Fascinating. Can you crisscross? Can you double skip? You got any tricks?
I don't think I can double skip. I might be able to get away with like a crisscross or two.
That's pretty good. I mean, hey, I'm not going to hate on that.
Thanks.
How many hours of sleep you getting every day?
6 to 8. 6 to 8.
That's good. I'm proud of you. Good regular schedule. What time you wake up?
Usually 7 or 8.
Wow, early riser. Motivated.
Well,
when do you go to sleep?
I get too much. Like midnight.
And when you get in bed, what do? You put on the TV, you watch stuff, or you just go to sleep?
No electronics in the room. She always charges her phone in the room. I try to get her phone out of the room. No electronics. No screens in bed. No TV. No iPad. No iPhone. No laptop. I try. I don't always. Sometimes I fail, but try to not have screens in the bedroom.
That's a good I've heard that's a really good policy for relaxing in bed. I'm not good at that, but I respect
just gotta
Oslo.
I fall asleep with Jimmy Kimmel.
And when you wake up, how long before you reach for your phone?
I wake up shrieking in terror, like ah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty bad. I usually go right to the phone, but I sometimes, when I'm behaving, I wake up, I'll shower, brush my teeth, do my morning routine, then I'll meditate, then I turn on the phone and make coffee and make breakfast.
Wow.
How long you meditate for?
I do 20 minutes before breakfast, 20 minutes before dinner.
Wow.
Wow. So you actually have a routine.
A routine, yeah.
And what kind of meditation do you do?
I do TM, Transcendental Meditation.
I usually hear people say that. I don't know what other kinds of meditation there are. Is there ones where they just...
They're all pretty similar.
It's right?
It's not a drastic difference between... It's either like a TM where you focus on a mantra, a meaningless mantra, or the breath, something that's like very low stimulus that has little to no meaning, so that your brain has like a resting post to kind of focus on, and then your brain starts to kind of space out, and thoughts, good and bad, kind of drift in. That's your body processing stress, your mind processing stress. Then you go back to your mantra, you go back to the breath. It's just simply a way to calm down your central nervous system. There's that, or there's like, I've done like guided meditations or like Buddhist meditations where you don't close your eyes all the way, you kind of keep them open, and they talk you through like appreciating your mother and everything she did for you, or you appreciate your food and all the farmers that farmed the food and the trucks that drove the food to the supermarket and the people that... I did like some kind of like guided meditations at this Buddhist monastery one time in Nepal. But that's not my typical meditation, but they're all kind of like just a way to like calm down your nerves, your central nervous system.
And if you miss a meditation session, do you feel it?
Yeah, for me, it's like a hunger. Like it's like I'm most anxious in the morning before work starts, so I do a meditation there, and then like halfway through the day, that after lunch when you kind of start to crash, it's kind of like siesta time. Kind of, so like mid-afternoon, you kind of like have that slump of energy. I meditate in that slump, and then I come out of the meditation with like energy for the next half of the day. Yeah.
And do you wipe or do you use a bidet?
I have a Toto Japanese toilet.
That's what's up. You made it, bro.
Sprays my butthole.
Do you have one that dries your ass as well, or just spray?
Yeah, dries it.
Do you use the dry feature?
Sprays it, it dries it, then it analyzes your waste and sends the report to your doctor.
It's probably just some dude who gets off on looking at pictures of your shit.
Yeah.
There's some weird Japanese guy jerking off at Toto Factory.
Yeah, it's like a Chuck Berry restaurant. I got like GoPro cameras in my toilet, like filming my butthole being washed.
So let's talk shop a little bit, because I also have the Toto. Do you use the drying feature, or do you find that it's not very effective?
I don't. I find it's like takes a while. It's not terribly effective. Yeah. And I kind of don't like drying out my butthole.
It takes a long time. I wish that it was just a little more high pressure.
Yeah, I agree.
But sometimes I'll just sit there for 10 minutes. My thighs they'll start going to sleep. And it's kind of funny too, because you just walk by and the bathroom, and it's just like, like someone's fucked. It's a lot. Now, what
I love it.
I do love it. Do you use toilet paper to finish it off, or are you good with the bidet?
I do it all. So I do the bidet, then a wet wipe, then a dry wipe.
Whoa, the Trinity.
Then a little dryer, then I get up, and I have the squatty potty, so my legs are elevated.
Dude, you are a passionate shitter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And do you use the pulsating washing, or just the straight washing?
Pulsating, and oscillating.
I use both as well. You start pulse, you end with the oscillate?
It's hybrid.
Oh, you do both at once?
Yeah.
Why waste time?
Why waste time?
And does the water ever go up your asshole?
No, I have like the cheaper model downstairs, and that one's like a dart to the asshole. The one The one in my master bathroom is a little bit more gentle.
So I find that when it really hits my asshole like bullseye, it just there's like a, you know that ride at Universal Studios, the flood ride?
No.
Oh, you know you're stuck in a subway and it starts flooding?
Oh, sounds like a nightmare.
Oh, what? It's the tour. It's the tour with the jaws and everything. Anyway, that's what my asshole feels like when I hit the bullseye, and it just it's a lot. You could get a lot of water up there, and I'll be stuck on the toilet shitting out the extra water.
Weird.
That goes up. What can I do? I try to avoid it, but that's what happens when you get a direct bullseye with a capital B, if you know what I mean. So, okay, great. So fantastic. Do you have a hairy asshole?
It's got a moderate amount of hair.
Yeah,
I'm not a very hairy guy for a Jew.
Yeah. Oh wow, you are really hairless. That's beautiful.
Nothing
Except the
on
mangina,
arms.
which I actually have seen, which is,
That's a tuft.
Yeah. When
no, my mom. You should see my mom. She's like Alec Baldwin.
What does that mean exactly?
Very hairy. My mom's the Jewish one.
Do you take Metamucil? Do you take anything to soften your bowel movements?
You know what? I'm glad you asked. No.
Okay. I recommend.
My bowel movements come out perfect. They're like shiny brown eggs.
But if that's true, why are you using 3 steps to the wiping process? That seems overkill to me.
I just like the way it feels.
Right.
I like the confidence. I enter, like, I start my day very confident.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
I'll be honest with you. I used to use baby wipes a lot. I found out they're very bad for the environment, so I stopped.
I get the biodegradable ones.
So they say that those are a lie. They say,
oh no,
there's no such thing as biodegradable baby wipes.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They fuck
I
up.
thought I was getting the
Yeah.
hippie approved ones.
We were there too at one point, and
Yeah.
then everyone told us.
Well, really, what turned the tide for me was I saw like sewage officials being like, yeah, all that shit fucks. Do you know what fatbergs are?
Sewage monsters.
Do you know what a fatberg is?
No.
Google fatberg. It will change your life, bro.
Fatberg?
Yeah. So when people, it's called a fatberg. When people shit and flush baby wipes down the toilet, you get these massive, like, clogged arteries of our sewage system called fatbergs, which is just baby wipes and shit melded into a giant fucking blood clot. And they have to go, these people have to go down there in, like, scuba suits for shit and just scoop it out. Like a double bypass.
So they don't break down, these
No.
wipes?
Yeah, it's a lie.
What?
Which, and trust me, was devastating to me because
They're so pleasurable.
Mm-hmm.
But
I still have a whole box of it that we
Sometime-
bought before we learned that, and it's unopened.
I mean, we used to buy bricks of those, like,
Sad.
fucking kilos of cocaine, bro, and they come all packed like a kilo, you know?
What about the for babies? What do you do for an actual baby?
Well, you're supposed to discard those with the diaper, so it's garbage.
Aha, it doesn't go in the
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it.
But I'll be honest with you, Eric, that I've stopped using all wiping. I'm just using the bidet, and every once in a while I'll go down there and check to see what's up with the baby wipes. And there's a lot of I'll be honest, there's a lot of shit in my asshole sometimes.
Jesus Christ.
And
this podcast took a horrendous turn.
But I'm trying my best to keep it.
What is the premise of this podcast?
Unknown.
It's shitty assholes, manginas, and tacos.
Why is it called H3H3?
We should really change
hemorrhoids
it.
and
what does that stand for?
Yeah, I know.
It's our
bad
name.
Is it a molecular
really
it's such an awful
compound?
No, it's our we have a channel on YouTube called H3H3 Productions. It's just our initials, ELA. 3 is my name backwards. Ethan. It's the E backwards. It's
You
fucking
lost me.
Really
Yeah, I
stupid.
know. It's
You
our,
lost me.
we should just call it we should really just call it Poop and Mangina podcast.
Yeah, that'll be. You'll get a whole new audience. I'll tell you that.
I saw you on you were on Kimball recently?
Jimbo Kimball.
Yeah, Jimbo Kimball. Isn't Wendy the best?
Kimball.
Wendy's my favorite.
Jimbo Kimball.
Who's
Jimbo Kimball is Jimbo Kimball Wendy, or is that
Yeah, that's Wendy
I thought
the
it was
slow adult.
Beetlejuice. I thought it was Beetlejuice.
No, it's Wendy the slow adult. She goes, Jimbo Kimball.
That whole time I thought Beetlejuice.
Well, hold on, Zach. Who is it saying Jimbo Kimball?
It's Wendy the Slow.
Yeah, it's Wendy the slow adult.
What?
It sounds just like her.
I can't
Jimbo
believe that.
Kimball.
I always thought that was
I miss Beat.
Beetlejuice.
I miss Beat, man.
Yeah, where is he?
He's sick. He's got like diabetes and shit. He's not good. Yeah.
Come on, Beat.
Yeah. And Wendy the slow adult, for those that don't know, she wears a diaper and shits her pants, so it all ties in.
True.
Eric Andre, is there anything that you want to say to the world coming off this spectacular, riveting interview? What is it that you want the people to know? What do you want?
We've said it all. I left it all out on the stage today.
Yeah, I feel that way.
Yeah.
You really don't. You don't trim your nose hairs. Do you have ear hairs that you have to pluck? Because I find myself plucking ear hairs.
Not yet. I mean, that future might be coming for me.
How old are you? May I ask?
I'm 37.
Yeah, you see. I don't know what happened. I'm younger than you a little bit, but I've got these really incredible ear hairs that I just have to pluck. It's out of control.
It's just hereditary. I think some of the black squashed out some of the Jew in me. So I didn't get some of the undesirable Jewish traits. The main one I got is just your average crippling anxiety and self-loathing. Scored with that one.
I mean, that's good, but you don't have the ear hairs. You're hairless.
My mom did the 23andMe. She was like, maybe I got some North African in me. 100%. It was like the pie chart. 100% Ashkenazi Jew.
I did
not a drop of anything else, like zero.
Bro,
like, I'm like, Mom, you are inbred, like nothing.
So I had the same test. I did 23andMe. I was 99.7% Ashkenazi Jew.
Yeah. Nothing else.
I was like, you motherfuckers.
Not a single great grandpa stepped out of some other tribe into her.
That's amazing. I'm the first one in lineage, thousands of years to breed with a non-Ashkenazi Jew, with a Sephardic Jew.
Sephardic, okay.
They believe that Sephardic Jews are second-class citizens in Israel, or at least they did.
Well,
yeah,
not
there's a
today.
little bit of racism out there.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's like even among.
There's a little bit of a lot of racism out there.
I just find it incredible that among Jews who are outcast from the world to Israel. Even amongst themselves, they have second-class citizens.
The traumatized create more trauma, man. What can we say? On that note, Lador Vador.
Lador Vador, my dude.
Lador Vador.
Ladora the Explorer, my dude.
Vador.
All right, well, keep that household tight and clean, my friend.
Night, keep your butthole tight.
Yep,
Absolutely.
or not tight, whatever you're into. I mean,
keep it loose like a pink sock.
Yeah, you can loosen it up, but keep it clean one way or the other.
Keep it clean.
Are you going to Fist Fest this year?
I'm not doing shit, man. I'm trapped in my house.
Do you know what Fist Fest is?
No.
It's a great Stern bit. You should listen. It's when a bunch of dudes who are into fisting all get together and go elbow deep in each other's assholes, and they prolapse each other's anuses. And then
I'm going to Fatberg.
Fatberg Fest.
Fatberg Fest, yeah.
Well, you're there already. You're
what way? I'm contributing to Fatberg Fest.
Well, I'll see you there, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you for calling in. Your Netflix special is out now. Legalize Everything. I'm very much looking forward to all the projects you're working on.
Mm-hmm.
We're all fans. We love you very much. So thank you for taking the time to call our show. God bless you, Eric Andre. Keep slamming your thing. Keep eating tacos. Keep that butthole tight and clean. Keep
starched.
the meditating going. No screens in the bedroom. Gabish?
Sounds good. Gabish.
All right.
All right. Thanks, guys.
God bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
It helps my mental.
Yeah.
And that's like, I can stream whenever I want. If I feel like it's like, if it's at 12 a.m. and I can't sleep, I would just pop on stream for like a few hours. So yeah, it's nice to have it.
Who wants to intro us, baby?
As per tradition on the podcast, we make the guest do it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do
Nice.
it.
Every time.
Do it.
I love intros.
We only have had 3
What
guests.
number episode is this?
11.
Nice.
Offline TV podcast number 11.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just let me know when I'm good to go.
You're going.
It's rolling.
Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube Nation. All right, we are here for episode 11 of the Online TV podcast with your host, Mythology. And here I have my first guest, Skara. Ba-do-boo-ba-doo, ba-do-boo-ba-doo. Second guest, Pokimane.
Ba-do-boo-ba-doo, ba-do-boo-ba-doo.
And our third guest, you may know him as the piece of toast that is Disguised Toast.
Wow, that's the most
That's
amount of
welcome to the
energy
podcast.
Yeah.
I've ever seen on this podcast.
That's actually
I
crazy.
think I can fall asleep now.
Yeah, we're good. The
I'm
podcast is over,
exhausted.
right? We got the clip.
Enough
we're done.
effort. Done.
So yeah, brand new podcast. We have no topics lined up, so
We're just gonna talk about myth.
yeah.
Why?
Miss, what do you want to
You
talk
put this
about?
all on me?
What
No,
do you wanna talk
don't
about?
do that.
Well, I mean, we don't get a lot of FPS.
I am the
footage.
host.
Yes, you are.
I am the host.
With the most, yes.
So I guess, just one thing that's been on my mind a lot recently is Valorant.
Ooh,
The
Valorant.
event that I was supposed to go to that got
Tell
canceled.
the people what Valorant is.
Valorant is a 5v5 tactical round-based shooter that Riot is currently developing that is basically going toe-to-toe with CSGO, right?
And
And has
probably
hero
many other games.
abilities. Yeah. So it's quite an interesting title. A lot of people are super, super interested in it.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like
Basically
a
everyone.
game that everyone has been waiting for. Everyone's been waiting for a game, and this one's like
It's being that game.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
They're waiting for something, and this is the one to come out. So I think everyone is just hoping it will like fulfill their hopes and dreams. But I think that's also a lot of pressure.
Which name do you guys like? Project A or Valorant?
I will lie, Project A sounded dope.
Project A.
So I think I had a talk about this with one of my friends, and we feel like Project A was like so the name itself, is it a great name?
Is
Or
Valorant
is
a
it-
great thing?
Oh, come
Does
on.
Valorant mean something,
But like,
by the way?
I don't know. I actually have no idea. I didn't Google Valorant or what it meant. But I think like a lot of the love for like Project A is the initial like hype up of it, right? Because that was what they named it when people knew that they were working on something.
Mm-hmm.
So I do like Project A, but like I think Valorant's pretty badass. I'm with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're expecting Riot to watch this podcast and they're like, oh, we liked our fucking name. We gotta get him
Switch
in
it
our
back, guys.
first
Switch it back. Forget the handles.
invitational tournament.
It's already happening.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, not tournament. Sorry, but I was supposed to go to their event, but it got
Say,
canceled.
did you
I
get
seen
the
yours.
invitation?
It might have literally came in today, but I've been like out all day.
They sent a physical invitation. It was thick. It was nice print. Like
Yeah.
you could like put it up on your desk. It was so nice.
Wait, you got one, Pokey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Scar,
You're gonna go to the event, right?
Yeah.
That'd have been
No, I was
sick.
gonna pass it up.
Well, I was-
Frick, man, I was so hyped.
Scar, where's your invite?
I don't know, Toast. Where's your invite?
Look.
Listen, I think they just
Listen.
spun a
Hey,
content
hey.
creator wheel and they're like,
Yeah,
these
only
guys
one
are
person
really
from
smart.
offline
They
TV needs
shipped
to
it
go.
with mine.
Ah, there
They
it
shipped it with
is.
mine. That's all.
Mine got lost in the mail. You know?
It is, yeah.
But yeah, there was an event planned for next week, right? But they had to cancel it because of the coronavirus.
Wait, really?
Yeah. You didn't. Wait.
Wait,
what?
did you not know when it was?
No, I didn't know why they canceled it. I was like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
people
Oh
couldn't
yeah.
come.
It was
no,
because
an official statement was released that it like they
that
don't
they
want
just
people
don't
flying.
feel it's smart to fly out a bunch of players to a
What?
certain
That
area
would have been
during.
so good for me. Because if all the streamers got sick, I just fucking take over Twitch, you know?
True.
That's true because they invited all the top FPS
Exactly,
streamers.
right? All of you guys were invited. And then it's
Top FPS streamer.
Top
Have you
FPS.
seen my CS:GO spread?
top FPS streamer.
Top
We'll
10.
see. There's
Yeah, a
gonna
lot
be
of
some
people.
competition. There's gonna be the new ninja.
I wonder who like the new wave of creators will be, or I also think that content creators have like developed and evolved, and now every single time there's a new release, they all freaking hop on it. So it makes it especially harder for new up and coming creators to really get any spotlight at all, as opposed to like the Fortnite era. Where people like just played it and then it started popping off. This is like anytime there's something new, boom, everyone's eyes are on it.
Yeah, I mean, people generally tend to learn like from their mistakes. I know, like personally with me, like I'm going into Project Day, learning a lot from my experiences of like making content and being in the Fortnite scene and having that advantage at the start. If you could apply that information, is like super beneficial, right?
Yeah,
Lucky for us.
I mean, for me, like TFT like jumpstarted my career again. And a lot of that was because of the prep I did before TFT came out. So I really,
You knew.
Yeah, I knew. Okay, because
You knew to prep editors to prep daily uploads.
Because the first thing, the easiest thing was I released cheat sheets about the game, and like I was talking to them. I was like, "Are you gonna release any information?" Like, nah, we don't have anything. I'm like, okay. So I was like, if I'm a new player, what do I want to have? And I was like, okay, I need something to tell me what the units do and like what the synergies are. So I made the cheat sheet. I hired some graphics guy, made the cheat sheet look really good.
They're so good.
Yeah, and then like
I used them.
it was like fucking everyone used them, and that's what blew me up. Like literally, I went from doing actually like 2 to 4K viewers, and I jumped to like probably 7 to 10.
That's even more sometimes.
Yeah, and like just because of that, the preparation for TFT. So like before, the Project A is actually fucking wild. Everyone's just like, oh my god. If you play games at all, you're playing. It doesn't matter if you're an FPS player. I'm a fucking like TFT streamer, League Legends. I'll be playing, you know. Toast will be playing. He's fucking strategy gaming, Overlord. Everyone's playing just to get a piece of the pie.
Yeah, the competition is gonna be fierce. Like even for TFT, it's just a strategy game, but competition was fierce then, and like a lot of top streamers from existing strategy games like Hearthstone, was trying to like hold the top. It was like between Hearthstone streamers and League streamers.
Yep.
Like I started streaming. I would write down the names of my competition, follow them on Twitch.
He's not kidding.
And I will always overstream them because I know if I go offline, my viewers go to them and get a bump in viewership for them. So I would not end the stream until I made someone log off. So it was like 13 hours, 14 hours. Like I wanted to kill myself, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, bitch, you stay down there.
You're playing the game, man.
Yeah.
You're playing the game, like right on.
True ruthlessness.
But it'll be that way for Valorant, I imagine.
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
it will be in a lot of ways.
You got plans, Smith? I mean, you're gonna be one of those people.
Yeah.
I've been like theory crafting some stuff for like release streams and how I want to approach, but a lot of it's like, okay, you could have all this preparation, but then when it drops, we don't have enough information yet about like what it's gonna be exactly.
I was thinking like as it drops, like you get a lot of top streamers together, you start playing like in-house lobbies.
Yeah.
The thing about TFT that happened
Do you
was
think
like
they're gonna have custom lobbies?
Yeah, probably.
You really don't know. It's not usually something they have like right on release or like at beta.
Yeah, you're not sure, but if they do,
I think
Then
I think that there's a good chance because it's like that's the market. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like the market. The type of people that are playing this game are the type of people that want to hop into like a hyper competitive setting.
Apex did not have custom lobbies.
No.
Do they even now?
They only have developer supported ones.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Ouch. Oh, I mean, like Riot probably learned from some of their mistakes, right? But
True.
I'm thinking like because what TFT did in the first week, I remember because everyone was a part of it. Everyone did in-houses, and it was like people just threw money.
So
People were just like whoever wins like
100 gifted subs from everyone.
Yeah.
Because 700 gifted subs if you win.
So, but like that, I could see the same thing. Like you guys are playing 5v5, and it's like okay, we're just throwing like 10 grand at it.
Yeah,
and
people are definitely trying to like get their groups together, like come up with fun little things that they could do together on stream and whatnot. And I mean, just personally though, I know like my stream schedule is probably going to be like minimum 12 to 14.
Oh, I know.
Just off the bat. I want to do like a 24 on release day though, as well.
Okay, so when me and Toast did TFT, we had competition between I would say like 10 to 20 other streamers. But realistically for us, it was only like 10. This
really
game,
5 or 6.
all the FPS streamers are the competition's like 100 plus.
How glad
I
do you
actually
think
can't imagine.
people are that Shroud's not available to compete? Because like if Shroud was
And
around,
Ninja.
yeah, and Ninja, because like a lot of people just default to Shroud. Oh, FPS game, I'm gonna
Shroud.
watch Shroud. Like even though he might not be the best player, he's just the most well known.
Especially like for Apex, sorry to cut you off, but for Apex, I literally felt like even he realized it so much that he was like trying to shove people to watch other streamers because he just knew he would like soak up like 90% of the viewership. It's insane.
It is nutty.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm
Oh,
also
God, yeah.
curious whether people will want to go to Mixer or to other platforms
To
the
watch
release.
Shroud, I
'Cause
think there will be a bump. Yeah, for sure.
I feel like it won't be that significant though. I feel like Twitch is the platform people go to for new releases.
Yeah. Well, we got new Shroud right here. We've like
Oh.
50K.
I mean,
streamer
who's
when
your
Valorant
competition
drops.
with? Dr.
We'll see.
Disrespect,
Yeah, Doc,
Summit.
Summit, Tim the Tatman.
Doc, Summit, Tim. If Turner plays it,
Oh,
Do you think Dizzy? Dizzy
Dizzy kind of dropped
Dizzy
off
fell.
with Apex.
Dizzy
though.
fell off.
True, but dude, I played CS:GO with him. He's just insane at shooters, and so I feel like especially if there's like a ranked system of sorts,
yeah.
he's gonna be some.
That's another thing to take into consideration. Like we have no idea of like if there's gonna be ranked on drop or not.
If there's not ranked on drop, the streamers that are currently popular right now will stay at the top. If there
True.
if there is ranked, because
then it leaves room.
then
for
it's like you can put in your title, I'm the number one
Yeah.
ranked player in this
Yeah, for
game.
sure.
And people are like, I gotta go watch this guy. Even if he
Yeah.
has no personality, no kid, doesn't matter.
no personality.
It's true.
So from your guys' perspective though, as like like non primarily like shooter streamers, is your approach toward the game like what is it like what's your strategy toward the game? Or is you just try are you hopping on to like have fun for the most part?
I
or
think
are you gonna try to like interact with your
for
friends?
most of the non-FPS streamers was just there to have fun because it's gonna be impossible.
I
for
feel you.
us.
So it's about coming up with like creative ways to sort of stream it. And
I think also playing with friends
Yeah.
is a good angle.
God, when you look at the games that you play
Having
with
fun.
friends, it's like actually it's so small. Like if you have like a full lobby, you could play Overwatch together, you could play CS:GO together,
Yeah.
but like it's kind of League of Legends even is like kind of weird. But like I feel like it's easier to play a game like like Valorant, right?
Mhm.
Whereas it's a new game, so there's so much hype around it, and I think
Yeah.
Valorant's gonna be one of those games where like you could potentially just pop off randomly,
Yeah.
like anyone, and then you can also hard carry your friends if you're good,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, and
So
create
it's
some really
like
cool moments.
Yeah, where I feel like that's not true for a lot of the team-based games right now. Like
Yeah.
Overwatch, like you're not fucking carrying if
The whole
their team
team,
is
yeah.
better, right? But like I know CS:GO's had that thing where like
I understand, yeah.
if you're ultra good, you're fucking 1v9,
Yeah.
right?
I feel like
That makes sense. Yeah,
I feel
that's
like
interesting.
It might be the Overwatch killer.
The Overwatch killer.
I think.
Yeah.
Do you think there needs to be a game for that to happen?
Oh shit! Come on, man.
Yeah, Overwatch is kind
But
of
like
on
when
the
I
downswing now.
think about it, and I think about kind of Overwatch's decline, this is just gonna be the last nail in the coffin, really.
Yeah, I mean Overwatch kind of just ruined their competitive league with their just how it was set up because it's like you have to fly to places to play.
Oh, I would hate to be an Overwatch.
And then they inflate their numbers and then they sell it to sponsors. And then the sponsors are like, something's not adding up. And then Twitch paid for the rights to the first year. And then after the first year, they're like, wait,
We don't want
this is really shady shit right here, right?
Expensive. And the teams paid an insane buy-in just to be a team in the league.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
You got $30 million. Where are you putting your money in? What like company in the scene? I'm curious.
What company in the scene do I put my money in?
I mean, he's
believe
under
development?
TSM. That's not fair.
Development, or what do you mean?
Like, is there something that's not TSM that you would be like, I'm kind of interested in where to do it? I really like Riot Games. I'm gonna put money here. I really like, Apex Legends. I think that team is great. I'm gonna put money here. I love Fortnite. I think Epic Games is doing a great job. I'm putting
I love Fortnite, Paul.
30 million.
I love Fortnite. Epic, if you're watching, I love Fortnite.
Yeah,
I love Fortnite. I mean, I would. I think that this is. I feel like the question is, or the answer is like the most obvious one. Which is Valorant. Honestly, it's like I would put all my money on it. I would flip that coin so hard.
You think it's a coin flip, but you take it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think it's definitely. I mean, with what we know so far, I think it's definitely a risk, right? If we're gonna think in that like situation, right? With I'm just putting 30 million and I'm just gonna slap it on a company and see where it goes or see if they succeed, right? Because we as hungry as people are for this style of game, for this 5v5 arena like shooter S&D based game, no one is, the public hasn't had their hands on it. And I watched like the gameplay. Sorry. I watched the gameplay that they recently released, and I'm like, okay, this looks really good, but I know from like experience, like looking at a game and playing a game are two different things, are like two drastically different things. So I'm just waiting till I can get my hands on it, and then, you know, if I'm really happy with it, I'm like, okay, good, my 30 mil is on it.
Now, what if there's gonna be a like?
But it is gonna be a risk.
All the top streamers gain advanced access, but will they be able to advanced stream it like TFT or allows? Because like TFT, if you're a top league streamers or like strategy streamers, you get advanced like access while you're streaming, while people have to wait 12 hours to play.
Really?
Oh, I mean,
For like patches or
both
like
Riot games. I actually think so.
Yeah, no. Just because the test servers was so small, like everyone has to wait like 12 hours between games.
Was this before?
Before it was released to like public.
Gotcha.
It's because the game was so overwhelmingly hyped that the queue times were like 8 hours.
Insane.
Like you literally could not play it. But then Riot could.
Where was that because of servers being full?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
Their
yeah.
PvE server
Okay.
was like more popular than like major regions or something. Like
Wow.
It was ridiculous.
So it was like a case of the rich gets richer kind of deal.
Yeah. So how? Okay, I'm curious. How did the community react to that?
I mean, there were some salty people.
Yeah.
Why does this person have a key but I don't? But
Because like people were like, I waited in queue for 8 hours and my PC shut off, and then Scar gets to fucking log in and play in 1
Scar,
second.
man, sorry.
Yeah.
Everyone like, cause like,
fuck you, Skara.
Yeah.
Who told you to be Skara, bro? Fuck off.
Can't help.
I mean,
priority queue.
Yeah, from this side of the aisle, it's
Yeah,
great. But
of
like when
course.
Valorant comes out, if I don't have advanced access, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck, man? What makes these people better than us? Kind of deal.
True. Hey, fuck. My man. Hey.
I mean, sorry guys, just be like that sometimes, you know.
But yeah, I mean, I think that is something that.
Our Fortnite hours paid off.
What the fuck? I suppose so, yeah.
But hey, you guys
Shit,
would
have
need
they?
players to play against, right? Why are they gonna fill
Yeah,
it
you
up
need
with?
noobs to stop.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm right here.
Do I?
Oh, actually, maybe not. You got a lot of people in chat.
No, but that could be something that ends up happening, and I think like there's I'm split on this because there's a part of me. I'm gonna use what Pokey says all the time. There's the what do you call that, like person of you that's like the super business savvy one, the super business savvy side of you.
Ruthless businesswoman.
The ruthless businessman inside of me is like priority queue. Yeah, I want, give me. But then like when I think about like, okay, would I like being on the other side? Probably not. It's like probably kind of scuffed to be on the other side and be like somebody else that like wants to play the game and wants to make content for it, and then like literally just gets like kind of scuffed off the bat.
It's like when Overwatch first went to beta. Like you watch people play and it's so fun, and you're like just begging to get in.
Yeah, but I also think there's like between those two thoughts, there's just the realistic aspect of the world
Which
that
is
we live
it
in,
benefits
which is exactly
the
it benefits the
company, so they're
company.
probably gonna do it. Yeah.
So and I respect that among, but like either of those sides of me.
Yeah, I respect it too. Give me priority access. Me and Toast.
Yeah. Those in-houses are gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be so hype.
I had an idea of trying to like find an FPS streamer that's upcoming, and I kind of just like invest in him. It's like, hey, can I give you like 50K to like set you up with like everything you need, and I'll take like your entire income for the next year or something. No, maybe not the entire income.
Your fucking face.
But yeah, I'll fly you to California. I'll set you up with a room and offline TV, and it's like 50% of your income.
I'm sorry, where?
What?
50%. And I'm sure there's some FPS players out there.
Oh, absolutely.
That would say, hell yeah. Like, but how do you know they won't suck?
Yeah.
You don't.
I think you can only
It's a
really
gamble.
find those kinds of people once the game comes out. You have to find like a myth, a day.
It'll be too late.
They're too expensive then. Like,
yeah.
No.
Not
You have to
necessarily.
find it like first
before
week
you find
or
them.
two or three.
You need to find them either right as soon as that like summit clip goes out, or right before. Right?
Yep.
Because when right as soon as they get that clip that like
It's
hits
done.
them, their emails are flooded with. Actually, my emails were not flooded with any people. Literally, TSM was the only org that hit me up after this.
Oh, they were smart.
Which was pretty nice. Yeah, they were
fucking
really
got a
smart
good
early
eye.
on. Yeah, they were. Yeah, they snatched me up. But then but like in other games, I know that it's a thing where like if one person pops off and you know they got eyes on them, people will generally you know be like, okay, let's get this guy. You know, everyone's gonna off to the races to snatch this dude up.
Yeah, TFT came out. Me and Toast got offers from a lot of orgs.
Wait, why didn't you guys ever say yes?
Because our org is offline TV.
That's actually true.
Also, the offer was shit.
Okay, that makes more sense.
My offer was more competitive, some of them, but then it was just like, I don't think they can give me more than what offline gives me. And I feel like if I associate myself with an org, they also get offline to an extent. Like, so I don't like that. Unless the money is just like too
Really
stupid.
good,
Then I'd be like, yo, Pokey, I'm sorry, but the number was this. And she'd be like, oh, I understand.
Okay, respect.
What's too stupid?
6 figures.
Really? You go for
year?
6 figures?
Wait, a year?
A month.
A month is
month?
insane. Shut up.
It'd be some sort of 6-figure number per year, yeah. For an org.
I would have said like 20K a month. I'd be like, I respect
that's
it.
really
It's okay.
good. Yeah.
It's okay. I get it.
Yeah.
What about you?
What's my number?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard for me to say anything because now that I'm not on Twitch, I don't feel that competitive drive. I'm just chilling. So it's like if someone wants to toss me free money, I'm like, sure, go ahead.
How is that, by the way? How's that like been for you? I don't think I've ever talked to you about it.
It's very chill. Like I essentially just play what I want with friends. Like I just mostly play League nonstop with like friends now, like 5v5, and there's no like chat flaming me if I lose in TFT. No like demands. It's like, hey, this game's out. Why don't you stream it? Why don't you like streaming Legends of Runeterra?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I'm just gonna play what I want when I want. So it's nice. It's relaxing. What about you, Myth? Would you ever make some moves, make some money moves? Everyone's making money moves. I hear.
What type of money moves?
This year, there's a lot of money moves being made.
Really?
Like more. Wait, like last year had like I don't know, 5, 6, 7,
5 to 10,
5 to 10. This year is gonna be like way more.
Really?
And Twitch has to think about it's like they don't have so much money unless they want to hit up Papa Bezos and start paying everyone. They gotta have to decide who to keep and who be like we can't match Amazon, we can't match Facebook or Google. So
You mean we can't match? Not Amazon.
Not right now Amazon. What's the other one? Oh, Microsoft.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
But I mean, personally, I think I might have some money moves in mind. Yeah, to say the least.
It's always exciting times when someone's about to make money moves.
Yep. 2 people in the house have, or even though TV, 2 people are getting
money moves this year.
Yes, potentially. So,
but yeah, nothing's like confirmed or locked in.
Whoa!
Yet. I think. Yeah, I really like Twitch. Twitch is like
same.
Twitch is like my fucking home, man. Like I grew up in middle school watching streams every single day before breakfast, before going out like to school.
Middle school.
Yeah,
Amazing.
like 7th, 8th grade.
12?
Huh?
Sorry. Middle school. I mean, I guess for me it was
school.
high school. So technically.
Yeah, so I remember like I used to watch Black Ops 2 streams on release like religiously. So there's so much of me is emotionally invested into Twitch that it would be hard to leave. But I mean,
everyone's got their price.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna take a quote from here, but the ruthless businessman part of me, says there's a number where I can't say no.
No, exactly. Everybody has that number.
There's like a number where you're just like,
say no.
But the issue is they always give you a number that's on the edge.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh my god, what do I do with my life?
So that's sort of where I'm at when it comes to all that, though. I fucking love Twitch, though. I love you, Twitch.
Same.
Yo, don't be saying
No,
you gotta make him think.
Yeah, make him work for it a little bit.
True. I love them conditionally.
Same.
Shit.
Oh, I have a question.
What's up?
Were you the person I saw asking for diabolical keys?
Yeah.
How's the game?
I don't like it.
Oh,
wait, what's diabolical?
What is diabolical? I think I've heard of it.
Okay, diabolical is an arena FPS. It's like
Yeah.
Unreal Tournament Quake, and the maker of the game was Too Good Harding. He used to be a host for.
I thought you meant like he's really good. He's
James
like
Harden.
too good.
That's what his name's like James.
It's too good for the development team.
Yeah. So like he's been making this game for like a decade.
Damn.
And like it just came out
And
in
it's
alpha.
not even that good.
And like
I don't like it. That's I think there's a lot of people that absolutely love it.
Really?
So the people that absolutely love it, in my opinion, are the people that like. It's like a niche genre. I feel like it's very niche. It's a very niche type of shooter. Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Niche. Yes.
Nice.
You cannot be a casual player in an arena FPS.
Yeah, I agree.
Quake is the game where if you play against someone who's better than you, you go -1, he gets 16, first to 16.
Yeah.
Like
And-
he will smash you.
Yeah.
See.
It's a very.
It's just aim.
It's like if you've been playing, it's sort of like CS in the way like if you've been playing those type of games for 5-10 years, like playing Quake and stuff, you're gonna really, really like it nowadays. You're gonna really love it and you're gonna be really good at it. But if you're sort of just hopping in new and you're like starting off with no help, no friends, it's
God.
it is overbearing. And there's a lot. There's those games. Diabolical specifically it's depthy. The game has some depth in my opinion.
Oh, I saw Ralpha in the recent IEM. He just he swept the tournament. He didn't lose the map. And like even the grand finals, he was like 13-2, 16-2 against the guy. And I was just like, holy fuck, that's the second best player in the world, by the way. Or like the third best player.
For what game?
For IEM Katowice, the one without the audience.
Okay.
He went there and he won the whole thing, swept the whole tournament. And it was disgusting. He killed everyone.
Was it for Diabolical?
No, it was for Unreal Tournament.
For Unreal Tournament, okay.
Oh, sorry, Quake Arena.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, like if you're used to the mechanics of those games, you're gonna love this game.
Okay.
Right? You're gonna absolutely love it. But if you're not used to like rocket jumps and using your movement and propelling yourself in ways and stuff, I don't think like the newer generation is like gonna be a big fan.
Okay, I'm a question.
Fortnite players.
Question for all of you. Do you guys like running and shooting? Because like that's like
I won't lie, yeah. Apex is freaking
right?
nice.
Yeah. Maybe is Fortnite like that? Like is there like
Yeah.
the crosshair
Yes,
spell
very
on it?
much so.
So Fortnite, and then there's like
what did you by running and shooting? Do you just mean like having a faster paced shooter?
No, I mean like actually you can gun while you're running.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because like Apex you can do that, Fortnite you can do that, but CS:GO if you
CS:GO
do that,
you can. Like I had to learn to not move while shooting because in Fortnite I'm so used to like dodging while shooting.
Yeah. Do you like that?
I like it, and I like it. I think if it's the right game, it complements it well and it works well. Then yeah, I like it. Like for example, Apex, I love the movement. And, like
It feels so
the
good.
locomotion of Apex is so
They did a really incredible
freaking
job.
good. That's the number one thing that I like pride those freaking devs on is the movement in that game. The characters. I'm everywhere right now, but for a good reason. So let me go one thing at a time here. Locomotion Apex. The characters feel like they belong. The moves that they're doing feel like they belong in that universe and in that world and with the environment. When I play games nowadays, that is literally probably the number one thing that I look for now. Which it's like a mini insider thing.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah, that's a thing that my brain like takes control on
It's
when
like
it comes
when
to
you
games.
play League and then a champion like Yumi comes out and you're like, this doesn't belong in this world.
Yes. But for shooters and movement, there are a lot of like shooters that I'll play and I'll be like, this, even the way the character looks like running in the environment looks weird. I'm just like,
you don't like it.
What the fuck?
Get me the fuck out.
Like, I'm not playing this. Or the way that like, what was the game that I was playing recently? Shoot. It's like another BR game. And they have like axes and like bows.
Oh, Project Darwin.
Oh, yeah. So I was playing Darwin. And there were really good parts of like the movement where I was like, this feels so good. This is really innovative. And they really are like pushing their boundaries of what they can do with movement. And then you'll like do some move that connects to those moves and it just feels like ass. And I'll be like, why? Why? Why did they do that? So
do you guys remember that one game that came out near the same time that Fortnite came out and there were chickens when you died?
Oh, Paladins.
No.
Yes. No.
Round
Royale. Yes.
That one.
God. Dude,
And
I
it
have no
went
idea why
zoom,
people were playing that game so much.
And it went boom.
That's a
Where's
perfect
that
example.
game now?
That is. Did you play that game?
No, but people
You
were
didn't play
so
Realm?
hyped about it. I was like, I'll jump in after like a couple weeks, and then they were dead.
Let me
Same.
look. The number one thing that like as a creator, as somebody in this space, when I go online and I see that other people are like really enjoying things and I for some reason can't, it like bothers me. Not because they're having fun, because I feel like is it me? Like is this the next new thing that I physically cannot get in on because I just hate it? But it's good to know that it's not true and that it was actually like I'm all right. Oh, fuck.
I just kind of like the chicken thing.
Yeah, same.
But
Cute.
yeah, I watched people play that game and I was just like, the way that the characters move, and
I didn't really like it either. It seemed a little janky.
that's the one thing.
The movement, I meant.
I'm sorry, I'm going on a tangent. I'm going on a little rant, but
That's all good.
that's the one thing I just can't get in on when I'm playing new games. Is like the movement has to be smooth. It has to feel right.
Have you played much CS:GO?
Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit.
What about Rainbow Six?
Not as much, but a little bit as well.
Yeah, I always hear good things about that game.
Same.
Yeah.
That
But
game,
no one ever plays
That game
it.
does really well on Twitch too, actually.
Yeah, it's very tactical.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
Have you guys played Escape?
Escape from Tarkov?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played a little bit.
What is it similar to?
It's similar. It's like a clusterfuck of things. Can I swear on this podcast?
Yeah,
Yes.
Nice. So yeah, it's like a clusterfuck of things because I would say what they're trying to do the most, like what they're trying to be essentially is, have you ever played like DayZ, or you like know like the concept of DayZ?
Yes.
So Escape from Tarkov's main thing is trying to like recreate that survival game experience where you just left your base, you just left your stockpile, and you're about to go into Cherno or like one of the really high populated looted towns, and you're trying to come out alive essentially with loot. So EFT like takes that chunk of survival games that people generally that's like their favorite part of survival games,
And that's
and
like
is
the
like
whole
mass
game.
producing it. Yeah, it's like the whole entire game. And that's essentially what EFT is.
What's the movement similar to?
The movement's similar to like Arma.
Oh, don't look at me.
Oh, you're not
I
Arma?
have never played either of those games.
It's
PUBG?
like
Is this one PUBG?
slower. So I would say like it tries to resemble like I'm not too experienced in EFT, but it's slower. So I think they're trying to have literally like a more realistic approach, where a lot of the times when you're going through the game, you're like, you're walking and you're checking around corners, you're crouching, you're just like taking things really slowly to make sure you don't die. So it's really, really hardcore.
There's no names, so you can shoot your teammates.
No,
you
there's
can't
no,
tell.
there's no names, there's no outlines, there's no UI, there's no tutorial. There's literally
doesn't that
the
suck?
game. Okay, how do I? The game takes you. Let's say this is you, right? And you're the game.
Mm-hmm.
This is you. They take you, they crumble you up into a little ball, and they throw you into the game. Have fun. But that's what people want. There's a group of people that love that experience. But I remember I said on stream once while playing it, I was like, man, imagine if there was like an EFT that was like more friendly to like, the what do they call it?
Me.
Like the barrier to entry or the
Newbies.
Is the term?
That's casual friendly? I don't know.
It was a little bit more casual friendly. I was like, man, that would really do good. And my chat was like, fuck off, Fortnite kid. You just want that because of Fortnite. You trash ass little Fortnite kid. And I was like, yo.
That sounds like chat.
It's like, chill, just a suggestion, boys.
Yeah, like I know hardcore players hate it when they try and make the game not easier, but just more accessible.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's what makes the game great.
Yeah.
You realize it's like there's no reason
It's the
for
thing
it to
that's
be
also
difficult.
deterring people.
Hipsters.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
gatekeeping.
that's a good way to put it. Is just making it
More
accessible.
Yeah, accessible. Because it's really hard to hop in as a new player and learn on your own. It's Druid. Not Druid, it's miserable.
I wasn't sure if it was going to pop off. So like it was a game that I was like, is this Realm Royale again?
Yeah.
And then it did. It's still doing like decently
Yeah, it's
well.
doing okay.
I can't believe it actually.
It has its figures.
Yeah.
And it developed its figures very fast in terms of like people in the community that you go to watch it. Because now it's at the point, I feel like, where if you're new and you're trying to play that game, nobody really wants to watch somebody
only watch like X, Y, Z.
Yeah, nobody wants to watch you fail a shoreline raid like 16 times in a row anymore. People want to see the high loot, high intensity, like good players walk out with like 10 mil or some crazy shit on a raid.
Oh, you know what I've been noticing on Twitch for League of Legends? a lot of FPS streamers are playing it. Moon is playing League. XQC was playing League. And Lyric was playing League. All within the last week. And I'm wondering if... Because I imagine all of those people are playing Valorant.
Everyone's bored.
And
That's not even related.
But it's by Riot. So, like, I'm a conspiracy theorist.
Oh,
I'm just wondering
God.
if it's a coincidence that Valorant is like a month away-ish. And then maybe a couple months.
A month?
A couple months.
Oh, okay, wait.
Summer.
Is beta
May,
in the
June,
summer
July-ish.
or release?
People have been
think
saying
betas.
that there's a beta that's supposed to come at like the end of this month.
I think there's gonna be a beta.
Yeah,
I heavily think.
I think there's going to be a beta too.
But the end of this month, that's
I
soon,
think that's
soon.
very likely as well.
Like
Scar.
I don't know exact
Why
details.
are you telling them, Scar? They have more information than us.
Oh shit.
Scar has an
actually disagree.
insider,
I don't
huh?
think
No,
so.
no. I just highly suspect that the beta
I think
is
May
ready.
makes
Yeah, that's what I'd say if I knew somebody that had info.
Oh my fucking god. My friends are probably gonna get shot. Like fucking Riot's gonna come over and bring them all
Oh
to
no,
the corner.
Scar!
Gun sound.
And always tilted. That's why I don't play
That's the
FPS
gangster
games.
pose.
There was a TFT streamer that was ranting how, like, if you want to get invited to like events or like opportunities, you have to play the
Hearthstone.
companies. No, the companies similar, but like if you want to get invited to a Riot event, you need to pop off or be popular in like a Blizzard game for them to want to invite you. If that
In a
makes sense.
competing game.
Yeah,
I don't think that's entirely accurate.
because he was ranting about that. It's like I feel like if I to get invited to this
You have to
tournament,
play Hearthstone.
I
That's
need
it.
to play Hearthstone because they ended up inviting like some Hearthstone streamers and
Yes.
not
Alright.
TFT players.
This is
Okay, I think. Well, no, go ahead.
I was
Actually,
gonna
sorry.
say the rant is pretty much like Riot promised competitive for TFT at some point in the future, and they did it in set 1.
Soon TM.
They what?
They did it in set 1. Okay, so
Okay.
when the game first launched, it's currently set 3, which is 6 months from set 1, maybe longer.
Longer.
And there was not a single tournament for set 2, not a single one, and there's no communication about competitive. And so this guy and like everyone who's high rated in TFT for set 2, which is the current one right now, just like stopped playing the game and stopped playing the game. Like everyone quit. Everyone's playing Tarkov, fucking like CS:GO, literally, not even kidding.
Daisy.
And it's because like there's nothing to aspire for
Yeah.
them, and so there's
I know
just,
that
like
feeling.
and then on top of this, like there's just like an invitational, and they don't invite the top players; they invite the most popular players. So I understand why it's frustrating. You know?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if you're playing Valorant and then a month from now, Fortnite has this cool invitational with celebrities and they invite you, and then like the top Fortnite competitive players who don't really stream, well, they stream, but they have 500 viewers, and you know they're essentially complaining like, wait, I love the game, I'm good at it, why am I not getting invites?
Yeah.
Aww.
But there's always two kinds of streamers. It's like good but with great personality, or someone who's just really good at the game who kind of has no personality. And when it comes to strategy games, there's a lot of the second kind, which is just people who are really smart, really analytical, but they have the personality of a sponge. And they're surprised why they don't get invited to anything, right?
Sponges are fun. In a way. If you like.
Depends what they're soaking up.
True.
Is it something fun? What? I mean, like, I feel like a better analogy would have been like potato. Or, you know?
You would call them potatoes?
Potato?
Yeah.
Potato.
Another sort
A rock.
of, maybe a sort of vegetable. You know, just like really no
You just really like want to shit on these streamers. It's just like they're fucking nothing. You're
going
not,
off.
you're not
I'm just
human.
saying, sponge is more like, I actually feel like if someone is a sponge, then they can like adapt and learn to anything because they can just
That is
soak
the
up
first
a
thing.
good
That is
personality.
the first thing that I think
they
of when I thought
absorb
of
a
a
good
sponge.
personality and then they
Yeah.
just put it out there. Anyways, moving on.
Gotcha.
That's an interesting theory, and I can actually kind of see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like going out to events and stuff is because I've been invited out to like events for like other games and stuff. Like I was there for the Apex release or the Apex like private launch and stuff. I think at the end of the day, developers want like people that could bring in the things that, you know, what's happening over there on the Fortnite side, like how are things over there, so that they could talk. Because I've had those conversations with people who are like, how's Fortnite going? And okay, what do you think we could improve on here instead of doing there? Like what do you think they kind of did a little bit poorly that we could pick up? So I think it's like a exchange of information. So I think it's true, but I think the intent isn't like to shun their core fan base, or like the people that are playing their game, and it's more so to gain something new, or gain something that's that would be like of more value in a way to them for like feedback.
I don't know. Some companies, their attitude is like, you're gonna be playing our game anyway.
That's true as well. That's true as well. I think
you guys really think so?
They're definitely.
Let me introduce you to fucking Blizzard Entertainment.
He's about to go.
Tell me more.
He's talking about Blizzard.
Wait, what did Pokey say though?
Oh, I said, is that true?
Oh, is
that there are
some
companies that don't care about people because they know they're gonna play that game.
Well, yeah, if you're doing like a streaming event.
Because what I mean is like the difference between I don't give a shit, you're gonna play anyways, and like, oh sorry, we can only pick like the top 3 or top 5 people. We can't do like the top 20.
Well,
that's a very different
yeah. Well,
thing.
It's a business move at the end of the day, right? Because if you know, like, okay, so let's use let's say I make this game and I know that these streamers make their living playing my game. Like I know that they are gonna play my game no matter what. And I don't think it's evil, right? It's just like, it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's the truth. If you know that they're gonna play your game, then it's like, you don't have to pay them because the viewership is going to be there anyways for that big patch event release, right?
There are any to share?
No.
And so for like that happened to me in Apex. Stories. I don't really play Apex hardcore.
Yeah.
I was invited to play Apex for the season release, #ad, but I'm sure that there were like, I'm pretty sure there were like some other Apex primary streamers that aren't #added for it.
Yes,
because that's like their main game. And the same thing would happen in Fortnite.
Here's the easy example. I remember you telling me this. So was it Hearthstone? You guys know the bounty board, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hearthstone had a bounty board, right?
To play.
Yes, I remember
Except
that.
for if you were already streaming Hearthstone, you could not.
I think when it comes to money,
it's
it
like,
only makes sense. I think it's different when it comes to free events.
So League did that a couple months later, but
anyone can get it.
That's
so if you were a
true.
League streamer, you could still claim the League bounty.
Like all the League streamers.
That was nice.
Yeah.
People were really happy.
That's dope. That's a nice thing to do.
We get paid doing what we're gonna do, like, right? It's awesome.
Yeah.
But Hearthstone's like, exclude every Hearthstone streamer so they can't make money. And then you get all these like other fuckers from outside the game turning on their bounty board, start tracking. And it's like, what the fuck is this shit, huh?
Toast was very mad at
Thanks for the 10K, Blizzard. And then all the Hearthstone streamers, they don't even know what's happening because it didn't even show up.
Yeah.
And
I think it's really, really nice when developers take care of like their hardcore community, their existing members. But I also think that when it comes to like your #ad events, when you get that budget and you're looking at that budget and you're looking at all the people that you know are gonna, you're looking down the list here like, Mitt's gonna play Fortnite, TV's gonna play Fortnite. Who's that? Courage? Courage gonna be Fortnite. Who ain't gonna be playing Fortnite? XQC. Ooh, Summit. Oh my God, Doc, is that you, baby? Come on down.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's just a business move, but sometimes business sucks.
But true. But I do think like when you do feel like you're still a part,
you're valued,
when you feel like you're valued by the development company though, and you're able to build that longer lasting relationship, it is really nice. But if you just consistently like, okay, they don't really care about us. They're kind of just.
So what's that motion?
I was like sawing something.
I don't know.
I was sawing like my leg off. I don't know. Something pain. I don't know what I'm doing, honestly. Never mind.
Fisting.
That's why people like.
That's what I was going for at first, but I decided to turn it around. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, we can swear. I'm pretty sure you can
yeah. So like, I mean, look. Yeah, like let's say I've been playing Fortnite for literally 2.5 years or like 2 years and I hypothetically, and I have not been invited to a single event, but I turn on the Pro-Am and fucking like, I don't know, Toast is up there on the Pro-Am, I'll be like.
See, I think that's where I draw the line. If it's something like a pro-am
yeah.
where you're inviting people, no money is being made, it's more of a community event for exposure, for whatever, then I think it makes sense to show
True.
appreciation to your loyal content creators.
Yeah.
If it's something, I mean, if you're trying to get more exposure to your game, it makes
Agreed.
sense to go for people elsewhere.
Agreed. No?
Toast
No, I mean, like,
I'm
I'm just, man, I got a lot of things to rant about when it comes to like Hearthstone. Because like working with Riot's such a day and night difference. I had a Riot event and then I had a Blizzard event back to back, right? And Riot paid me to go to an event. They also paid for like, they gave me like $500 in Uber credits. And like to travel for the Blizzard event, they're like, fuck you, find your way here. I had to use Riot's Uber budget that they gave me so I can travel to a Blizzard event. Like, that's how, like, that's what happens when, I guess, a game company kind of just doesn't really care because, oh, you know, you're a Hearthstone streamer. Or like, yeah, you know, we're giving you exposure. You get advanced access. You know, that's your reward kind of deal. Just fosters a lot of resentment.
I understand that. I feel like Fortnite's done a really good job at actually like taking care of their.
Truly, it surprises me to hear that Blizzard sounds so far behind when they've been around for a minute. Like they should know.
I think there is a dark era with Blizzard, and Toast was in that dark era.
You think it's gotten better?
Has it gotten better?
It's getting a little better.
Okay.
Like I remember, it's like I told the manager at Blizzard, it's like, oh, I went for a play test, I think, for Legend of Runeterra, and then to Blizzard was so unheard of. It's like, how much did they pay you? They paid you a lot, didn't they? And I said, no, I did it for free because, you know, it was just a fun game. Like their views on how influencer works is so like backwards.
Skewed.
And then when I asked to get paid to go to their event, they're like, well, we're giving you advanced access, so that's kind of your payment.
I remember